The search for happiness is a journey many of us find ourselves on, yet it often feels like a mirage. One moment, it's within our grasp, and the next, it slips away. We chase after the things we believe will bring us joy, a bigger house, a higher salary, more recognition, only to discover that the satisfaction is fleeting. And so, we move on to the next goal, thinking it will finally give us the lasting happiness we crave. But what if we've been looking in the wrong places all along? What if true happiness isn't about achieving more, but about mastering something much deeper within ourselves? Life is full of challenges, unexpected setbacks, disappointments and frustrations that can drain us emotionally. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, like happiness is always just out of reach. But here's the truth. Happiness is not something to be chased or found in external achievements. It's something that is cultivated within, a state of being that grows stronger when you learn how to face life with clarity, purpose, and inner peace. That's where the teachings of Stoicism come in. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers a simple yet powerful approach to life. It doesn't promise to remove the difficulties we face, but it does show us how to navigate through them with grace and strength. And in doing so, we uncover the kind of happiness that can't be shaken by the ups and downs of life. What makes Stoicism so remarkable is its ability to teach us how to maintain our inner balance, no matter what happens around us. It guides us to stop looking for happiness in things beyond our control and start finding it in the way we respond to the world. This philosophy centers on the idea that while we cannot control the events of our lives, we can control how we respond to them. And it is in mastering this response, shifting our focus from what we can't change to what we can, that we unlock the door to true contentment. Stoicism teaches us that by changing how we think, we change how we live. It shows us that our thoughts, our emotions, and our reactions are within our power to shape, and it is this control that leads to happiness. Life's challenges will always be there. Whether it's a financial struggle, a strained relationship, or the daily stresses of work, we all encounter moments that test our patience and resilience. But Stoicism helps us understand that these external events don't define our happiness. Instead, it's our ability to respond to these challenges with wisdom and calm that creates a sense of peace, regardless of what life throws our way. One of the most liberating lessons of Stoicism is the realization that so much of what we worry about is beyond our control. Whether it's other people's opinions, the outcome of certain events, or even the passage of time, these are things we can never fully influence. By accepting this truth, we free ourselves from the constant anxiety and stress that comes with trying to control the uncontrollable. Stoicism teaches us to focus our energy on what we can influence, our thoughts, our actions, and our attitudes. This shift in perspective brings a profound sense of peace, as we stop fighting against the world and instead learn to live harmoniously within it. At the heart of Stoicism is the concept of mindfulness, not in the sense of meditation, but in being fully present and aware of how we react to the world. It encourages us to pause and reflect before allowing emotions to take over, teaching us to respond to life with intention rather than letting circumstances dictate our mood. When we learn to master our emotions, we find that even the most difficult situations can be handled with grace. Stoicism shows us that the key to happiness is not in avoiding problems, but in developing the resilience to face them without losing our peace of mind. Resilience is another cornerstone of Stoic thought. Life will inevitably present us with hardships, but how we respond to those hardships determines whether we grow stronger or become overwhelmed. Stoicism teaches us to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth. Instead of viewing difficulties as setbacks, we can choose to see them as lessons that help us develop our character, patience, and strength. This mindset transforms our relationship with adversity, turning obstacles into stepping stones toward personal growth and ultimately happiness. Living a life guided by Stoic principles also means living with purpose. Stoicism teaches us that true fulfillment comes not from external achievements, but from living in alignment with our values. When we know what we stand for and live accordingly, we find a deeper sense of meaning in everything we do. This purpose gives us direction and clarity, helping us to focus on what truly matters and letting go of the distractions that often lead to unhappiness. Another essential lesson from Stoicism is the power of gratitude. In a world that constantly encourages us to strive for more, it's easy to forget to appreciate what we already have. Stoicism reminds us that happiness is often found in recognizing the abundance that already exists in our lives. By practicing gratitude regularly, we shift our focus from what's missing to what's present, and in doing so, we unlock a deeper sense of contentment. This simple practice of acknowledging the good in our lives transforms the way we see the world and allows happiness to flourish, even in the face of challenges. Stoicism also teaches us that comparison is the thief of joy. In a society that thrives on competition, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others, whether it's their success, their possessions, or their lifestyle. But Stoicism encourages us to turn our attention inward, focusing on our own journey rather than measuring ourselves against others. When we stop comparing, we free ourselves from feelings of inadequacy and envy, allowing true happiness to take root. This philosophy empowers us to live simply and find joy in the small things. In a world obsessed with material wealth and constant consumption, Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective. Happiness comes not from having more, but from needing less. By embracing simplicity and letting go of the desire for excess, we find that life becomes richer, not in things, but in experiences and connections that truly matter. And finally, Stoicism teaches us to embrace uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how much we plan, we can never be certain of what tomorrow will bring. But rather than fear the unknown, Stoicism encourages us to accept it with open arms. It teaches us that uncertainty is not something to dread, but something to welcome as part of life's natural flow. When we learn to let go of the need for control, we discover a new sense of freedom and peace. The wisdom of Stoicism offers us a guide to living a life that is not only happy, but deeply fulfilling. It shows us that happiness is not something that depends on external circumstances, but is created within, through the choices we make and the attitudes we adopt. By applying these timeless principles, we can cultivate a sense of peace, purpose, and joy that remains steady no matter what life brings our way. So, as you embark on this journey into Stoicism, know that the path to happiness is not about achieving perfection or eliminating every challenge. It's about mastering your inner world, finding peace in the present, and living with purpose. This is a philosophy that will not only change how you see the world, but how you experience it. And in that shift, you will find the happiness you've been searching for all along. Now that we've set the stage for understanding the core of Stoicism, it's time to dive deep into how this ancient philosophy can transform your life. There's something incredibly liberating about discovering that happiness doesn't have to depend on things beyond your control. It doesn't require you to change the world around you, but rather to shift the way you approach the world. Through Stoicism, you will learn that the path to happiness lies in mastery of your inner self. This is not about becoming detached from life's experiences, but about embracing them with wisdom, calm, and resilience. As you continue, you will uncover the timeless insights that will empower you to live with contentment and peace, no matter what circumstances you face. Happiness is not found in avoiding life's difficulties. The Stoics teach that true peace comes from within, and this peace is not dependent on a life free from challenges. Instead, it is born from the acceptance of the reality that you will face hardships. The key is how you respond to them. Stoicism provides the tools to cultivate a calm and composed mindset, one that allows you to navigate life's storms without losing your sense of self or purpose. In embracing this wisdom, you will find that inner peace is not only achievable, but sustainable. As you go about your daily life, stress and worry often cloud your ability to enjoy the present moment. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of mindfulness, being fully aware of the now, without allowing your mind to wander into past regrets or future anxieties. When you focus on the present, you realize that much of the peace and happiness you seek is already within reach. Every moment, when fully appreciated, becomes a source of joy. You no longer feel the need to rush through life, because each day holds its own unique beauty. Letting go of control is one of the most liberating aspects of Stoicism. Often, the source of our unhappiness is the frustration that comes from trying to control things that are beyond our reach. Stoicism teaches you to accept what you cannot change and to focus on what you can, your thoughts, actions, and responses. This mindset shift releases you from the grip of anxiety and allows you to live with a sense of freedom. You begin to trust that while you may not control the outcomes, you have the power to control how you react to them. Gratitude is another central theme in Stoicism, and it's one that has the power to reshape your entire outlook on life. When you practice gratitude, you shift your attention from what's lacking to what's abundant. Instead of fixating on what could go wrong or what you don't have, you start noticing the many gifts already present in your life. This simple practice can transform even the most ordinary day into something extraordinary. Happiness flows naturally from a mindset of appreciation, and in Stoicism, gratitude is seen as a key to unlocking lasting joy. Purpose is a driving force behind a happy life. Stoicism teaches that living with purpose means aligning your actions with your values. It's about knowing what matters most to you and making decisions that reflect those priorities. When your actions are rooted in purpose, you experience a deeper sense of fulfillment. Life becomes more than just a series of tasks or goals. It becomes a meaningful journey where each step is taken with intention. This sense of purpose brings clarity and direction, giving you the strength to weather any challenge that comes your way. Discipline is often seen as restrictive, but in Stoicism, it's viewed as a path to freedom. When you master self-discipline, you gain control over your impulses, desires, and distractions. This control allows you to live a life that is not dictated by fleeting emotions or external pressures. Instead, you become the architect of your own happiness, making choices that are aligned with your values and long-term goals. Discipline creates the foundation for a life of lasting contentment, as it empowers you to overcome obstacles and stay true to what matters most. Comparison is one of the biggest thieves of joy. When you measure yourself against others, you lose sight of your own path. Stoicism encourages you to focus on your personal journey and to stop letting the achievements or failures of others affect your happiness. The only comparison that truly matters is the one you make with yourself. Are you better today than you were yesterday? By letting go of external comparisons, you free yourself from envy and dissatisfaction, allowing happiness to flourish from within. Obstacles are a part of life, but Stoicism teaches that they are not meant to be avoided. Instead, they are opportunities for growth and learning. Every challenge you face is a chance to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. This mindset shift allows you to view difficulties not as setbacks, but as stepping stones on your path to personal development. When you embrace obstacles with this perspective, they lose their power to disrupt your happiness. Instead, they become essential parts of your journey toward a fulfilling life. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, and Stoicism teaches that this is one of the most important traits for living a happy life. Life will not always go as planned, but Stoicism equips you with the tools to remain steady in the face of adversity. By cultivating resilience, you build the strength to recover quickly from life's challenges. This inner toughness allows you to maintain your peace of mind and happiness, even when circumstances seem difficult or overwhelming. In a world that often glorifies excess, Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective on simplicity. By embracing a life of minimalism, you free yourself from the burden of material possessions and the constant desire for more. This doesn't mean giving up everything you own, but rather learning to appreciate what truly adds value to your life. By focusing on what is essential, you create space for peace and contentment. The less you rely on external things for happiness, the more you realize that joy comes from within. Uncertainty is a part of life that many of us try to avoid. We plan, we prepare, and we try to predict the future, all in an effort to feel secure. But Stoicism teaches that embracing uncertainty is the key to true peace. When you stop fearing the unknown and instead accept it as a natural part of life, you free yourself from the constant need for control. This acceptance allows you to flow with life's changes rather than resist them, leading to a deeper sense of calm and happiness. Mastering emotions is one of the core lessons in Stoicism. While many people believe that happiness comes from avoiding negative emotions, Stoicism teaches that it's not about suppression, but about understanding and managing your reactions. You can't control how others act or what life throws at you, but you can control how you respond. When you learn to navigate your emotions with wisdom, you maintain your peace, no matter the situation. Living in the present moment is a simple yet profound practice that the Stoics emphasized. Too often, we get caught up in what has happened or what might happen, and we miss the beauty of the moment we're in. Stoicism teaches that the present is the only time we truly have control over, and by focusing on it, we open ourselves up to a deeper sense of fulfillment. When you fully engage with the now, life feels richer, more meaningful, and far more joyful. Acceptance is a powerful tool for inner peace. There are things in life that you cannot change, no matter how hard you try. Stoicism encourages you to accept this reality, not as a form of defeat, but as a way of freeing yourself from unnecessary suffering. When you stop fighting against the unchangeable, you allow yourself to move forward with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. This acceptance is not about passivity, but about choosing where to direct your energy toward things that matter and are within your control. Gratitude shifts the focus from what you lack to what you already have. In Stoicism, this practice is not just a feel-good habit. It's a fundamental way to experience life with greater joy. When you actively appreciate the small and big things in life, you train your mind to see abundance rather than scarcity. This shift in perspective has the power to transform your entire outlook, making each day feel more fulfilling and each moment more precious. Purpose is what drives action. Without it, life can feel aimless, no matter how busy or successful you are. Stoicism teaches that living with purpose means being clear about your values and aligning your actions with them. When you live in accordance with your deepest values, you find that your life feels more intentional, more meaningful, and ultimately more satisfying. Purpose gives you the motivation to face challenges with strength and to find happiness in even the smallest victories. Self-discipline may sound rigid, but in Stoicism, it's a key to unlocking freedom. When you have the discipline to control your impulses and stay focused on your goals, You're no longer swayed by external pressures or fleeting desires. This control allows you to live in a way that is aligned with your values, leading to a deeper, more lasting sense of contentment. Self-discipline isn't about deprivation, it's about making choices that lead to long-term happiness. Letting go of comparisons is one of the most freeing actions you can take. When you stop measuring your worth against others, you give yourself the space to grow at your own pace. Stoicism teaches that happiness comes from within, not from external validation. When you focus on your own progress and stop worrying about what others are doing, you find peace and joy in your journey. This shift in mindset allows you to appreciate your unique path, free from the pressure to meet someone else's standards. Obstacles are not to be feared, but embraced. Stoicism teaches that every challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. Rather than viewing setbacks as failures, Stoicism encourages you to see them as valuable lessons that bring you closer to your goals. This perspective empowers you to face difficulties with courage and resilience, knowing that each challenge you overcome strengthens you. In this way, obstacles become a source of strength, not a barrier to happiness. Resilience is a quality that allows you to endure life's hardships with grace. Stoicism teaches that while you cannot always control what happens to you, you can control how you respond. This inner strength gives you the power to bounce back from setbacks without losing your sense of peace or purpose. Resilience is not about avoiding pain, but about facing it with a calm, steady heart, knowing that you have the power to get through it. Simplicity is a path to peace. In a world that often encourages excess, Stoicism reminds us that true happiness comes not from having more, but from needing less. By focusing on what truly matters and letting go of the rest, you create a life that is rich in meaning and free from the distractions that often lead to dissatisfaction. A simple life is not an empty life. It's one that is filled with the things that bring genuine joy and contentment. Uncertainty is a part of life, and no amount of planning or preparation can eliminate it. Stoicism teaches that instead of fearing the unknown, you can learn to embrace it with confidence. By accepting that life is unpredictable, you free yourself from the constant need for control. This acceptance allows you to live more fully in the present, without being weighed down by worries about the future. Now that we've explored the liberating power of embracing uncertainty, let's delve into one of the most profound aspects of Stoic philosophy, the mastery of emotions. The ability to control how you react to life's inevitable twists and turns is not just a skill, it's a pathway to true, lasting happiness. Emotions often drive us, sometimes in directions we don't intend. They can lead to decisions we regret, moments we wish we could take back, and an overall feeling of being at the mercy of circumstances. But Stoicism offers a way out. It teaches that emotions, while natural, do not have to dictate your happiness. You can learn to respond rather than react, and in doing so, maintain your peace and joy no matter what life brings. Emotions are powerful forces, and unchecked, they can wreak havoc on your inner state. Anger, fear, frustration, these are feelings we all know too well. But instead of seeing them as enemies, Stoicism encourages you to see them as signals. They are moments of insight, showing you where your thoughts and perceptions may need adjustment. When you recognize that emotions are not things to be suppressed or ignored but understood, you gain a new level of control. You no longer become swept away by their intensity. Instead, you learn to observe them, to pause, and then to choose your response. This shift, from reacting to responding, is where real power lies. When you react to emotions without thinking, you are at the mercy of external events. Something happens, and you respond on autopilot, driven by anger, fear, or sadness. But when you pause and allow yourself a moment of reflection, you regain control. You decide how to interpret the situation and how to proceed. This is the essence of emotional mastery that Stoicism teaches. It's not about denying emotions, but about guiding them in a way that serves your well-being. Fear is one of the most common emotions that can rob you of happiness. It creeps in when you face uncertainty, threatening to paralyze you. But Stoicism teaches that fear is often based on imagined outcomes or a distorted view of the future. By bringing your mind back to the present moment, you can dismantle fear's grip. You start to see that much of what you worry about may never happen. And even if it does, Stoicism teaches you to trust that you have the inner strength to handle it. In this way, fear loses its power to control you, and peace replaces anxiety. Anger, too, is an emotion that can easily disrupt your happiness. It flares up when expectations aren't met or when you feel wronged. But Stoicism invites you to take a step back and question whether your anger is truly justified. Often, it stems from a desire to control what is beyond your reach, other people's actions, outcomes, or even the past. When you let go of this need for control, anger fades. You learn to accept that people will act according to their nature and circumstances, and by doing so, you free yourself from the constant irritation and frustration that anger brings. Happiness and emotional mastery are deeply intertwined. When you are not controlled by your emotions, you find a sense of calm that allows happiness to flourish. This doesn't mean becoming emotionless or detached, but rather developing a balanced relationship with your emotions. You feel them, but they don't dictate your actions. Stoicism teaches that it's okay to feel disappointment, sadness, or even anger, but what matters is how you handle those feelings. When you respond with wisdom and calm, rather than letting emotions control you, you create space for lasting happiness. One of the key Stoic practices in mastering emotions is understanding the concept of judgments. Every emotion you feel is linked to a judgment you make about an event. If you perceive something as bad, harmful, or unfair, you will likely feel negative emotions. But if you change your judgment, if you choose to see the event from a different perspective, you can change how you feel. This is where your true power lies. External events are neutral. It's your interpretation of them that determines how you react emotionally. By shifting your judgments, you gain control over your emotional responses. This ability to shift perspective is crucial in maintaining happiness. When something doesn't go as planned, it's easy to fall into frustration or disappointment. But Stoicism teaches you to see these moments as opportunities. Instead of feeling defeated, you can ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This simple question reframes the situation, turning a potential source of negativity into a moment of growth. The result is an emotional resilience that allows you to stay grounded, even when life throws challenges your way. Emotional mastery is also about recognizing that some emotions are temporary, passing like clouds in the sky. Stoicism reminds you that no emotion, no matter how intense, lasts forever. When you are in the midst of strong feelings, whether anger, fear, or sorrow, it can feel overwhelming. But if you remind yourself that this emotion will pass, you regain perspective. You allow the emotion to come and go without letting it take over your entire mindset. This understanding helps you maintain a sense of calm and stability, even during emotionally turbulent times. Another aspect of Stoic emotional mastery is learning not to be overly attached to outcomes. When you tie your happiness to a specific result, you set yourself up for emotional turmoil if things don't go as expected. Stoicism teaches that while you should work toward your goals with diligence and passion, the outcome is not entirely in your control. What is in your control is how you respond to the outcome, whatever it may be. By detaching your happiness from specific results, you remain emotionally balanced, regardless of success or failure. In Stoicism, the ability to control your emotions is not about denying your humanity. It's about embracing your ability to grow and improve. Emotions are a natural part of life, but they don't have to define your experience. The Stoics believed that by training the mind, you could shape how emotions impact you. This isn't about becoming cold or indifferent, but about becoming thoughtful and deliberate in how you respond to your inner emotional landscape. Mastery over your emotions leads to mastery over your life. Emotions can often feel overwhelming, but Stoicism provides a framework to manage them without being consumed. By developing self-awareness, you begin to notice when emotions arise and how they affect you. This awareness is the first step toward emotional mastery. Instead of being swept up in the heat of the moment, you can pause, breathe, and decide how to proceed. This small gap between feeling and reacting is where your power lies. It's in this moment that you choose calm over chaos, peace over frustration. When you master your emotions, you also improve your relationships. Emotional reactions often lead to misunderstandings and conflicts as people respond defensively to one another. But when you approach interactions with emotional control, you bring clarity and calm to the conversation. You listen better, you communicate more effectively, and you avoid the unnecessary drama that comes from unchecked emotions. This creates a foundation of trust and respect in your relationships, leading to deeper connections and, ultimately, greater happiness. Stoicism encourages you to practice empathy, even in the face of difficult emotions. When someone upsets you, it's easy to react with anger or frustration. But Stoicism teaches you to pause and consider the other person's perspective. By understanding their motivations or struggles, you can respond with compassion rather than anger. This doesn't mean condoning bad behavior, but it does mean recognizing that everyone is dealing with their own emotional battles. This shift in perspective helps diffuse emotional tension and allows you to respond with kindness, preserving your own peace of mind. Emotional mastery also involves accepting responsibility for how you feel. It's common to blame external events or other people for our emotions, but Stoicism teaches that your feelings are your own to manage. No one can make you feel a certain way without your consent. When you take ownership of your emotional responses, you empower yourself to change them. This shift from blaming others to taking responsibility is transformative, as it places the control of your happiness squarely in your hands. Another key element of emotional mastery is learning to let go of resentment. Holding on to grudges or past hurts only keeps you trapped in negative emotions. Stoicism teaches that by forgiving others and releasing resentment, you free yourself from the emotional weight that drags you down. This doesn't mean forgetting or excusing harmful actions, but rather choosing not to carry the burden of anger and bitterness. Letting go of resentment creates space for peace and happiness to grow. Patience is a virtue highly valued in Stoicism, especially when it comes to emotions. In the heat of the moment, it's tempting to react quickly and impulsively, but Stoicism encourages you to practice patience. By giving yourself time to process emotions before responding, you avoid saying or doing things you might regret. This patience allows you to approach situations with a clearer mind and a calmer heart, leading to better outcomes and a greater sense of inner peace. Emotional mastery is also about setting boundaries, not just with others, but with yourself. Stoicism teaches that you must know your limits when it comes to emotional engagement. Sometimes it's best to step away from a situation that is draining you emotionally, giving yourself the space to regain your balance. By recognizing when your emotional energy is being depleted, you can protect your peace and prevent burnout. Setting boundaries is an act of self-care that ensures you have the emotional strength to handle life's challenges without becoming overwhelmed. There's great power in accepting that some things are simply out of your control. Stoicism teaches that by acknowledging this reality, you free yourself from unnecessary emotional stress. When you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, you stop wasting emotional energy on things you cannot change. This acceptance leads to a profound sense of peace as you learn to focus on what truly matters: your thoughts, actions, and attitudes. In doing so, you regain the emotional balance needed to experience lasting happiness. Mastering your emotions also involves cultivating a mindset of resilience. Stoicism teaches that life will always present challenges, but it's your inner strength that determines how you handle them. By building emotional resilience, you become less affected by life's ups and downs. You bounce back more quickly from disappointments and recover more easily from setbacks. This resilience allows you to maintain a sense of calm and happiness no matter what obstacles you face. Stoicism teaches that contentment comes from within, not from external circumstances. When you master your emotions, you realize that happiness is not dependent on what happens around you, but on how you choose to respond. This internal locus of control is incredibly empowering. It means that no matter what life throws your way, you have the ability to maintain your peace and joy. Happiness becomes something you create, not something you wait for. Emotional mastery is not about perfection, it's about progress. There will be moments when emotions get the better of you, and that's okay. Stoicism encourages you to be patient with yourself and to view these moments as opportunities for growth. Every emotional challenge is a chance to practice the principles of Stoicism and to strengthen your ability to respond with wisdom and calm. Over time, these small victories add up, leading to greater emotional control and a deeper sense of happiness. Through Stoicism, you learn that emotions are not to be feared or suppressed, but understood and managed. When you master your emotions, you unlock the door to true happiness. You become the calm in the storm, the steady force that is unaffected by external chaos. This emotional mastery allows you to live with peace, purpose, and joy, no matter what life brings. As we explore further the power of mastering emotions, another essential piece of Stoic wisdom naturally follows: the art of finding joy in the present moment. So often, we become caught up in the past or fixated on the future, missing the richness of the moment we're currently living. This disconnect is one of the greatest barriers to lasting happiness. Stoicism offers a powerful antidote: mindfulness. The ability to ground yourself in the present, to live fully and intentionally right now, holds the key to deeper fulfillment and a content life. Let's now embark on this journey to uncover how living in the moment can bring enduring joy and peace. The present moment is the only reality we truly have. Yet, how often do our minds wander to past regrets or future anxieties? We dwell on what we could have done differently, or we worry about what tomorrow might bring. Stoicism teaches that this mental drift is one of the primary sources of unhappiness. When you focus on the past, you are trapped in a space you cannot change. When you focus too much on the future, you live in anticipation, often creating unnecessary fear. But when you focus on the present, you discover a sense of calm and clarity that allows happiness to arise naturally. Mindfulness, as emphasized in Stoicism, is the practice of bringing your attention back to the now, no matter what thoughts or distractions pull you away. It's about noticing where you are and what you're doing, rather than letting your mind wander. This simple act of paying attention to the present can transform your life. By being fully engaged in what you are doing at this moment, whether it's something as mundane as washing dishes or as profound as spending time with loved ones, you begin to experience life more fully. You stop merely existing and start truly living. One of the reasons mindfulness brings so much joy is that it allows you to savor the simple pleasures of life. When your mind is elsewhere, even the most beautiful moments can pass unnoticed. But when you are fully present, you begin to see and appreciate the details, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the taste of your favorite meal, the sound of laughter. These small moments, which might otherwise be lost in the noise of daily life, become sources of deep happiness when you take the time to be mindful of them. Living in the present also helps you break free from the cycle of constantly seeking more. So often, we are conditioned to think that happiness lies just beyond the next achievement, the next promotion, or the next purchase. But Stoicism teaches that fulfillment isn't found in chasing what's next. It's found in fully embracing what you have right now. When you stop thinking that happiness is something you'll find in the future, you open yourself up to the joy that is already present in your life. You begin to realize that you don't need to wait for a special occasion or a perfect moment to feel content. Every moment has the potential to bring happiness if you are present for it. Mindfulness also allows you to respond to life more thoughtfully. When you are caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past, your reactions are often impulsive and emotional. But when you are grounded in the present, you create a space between stimulus and response. This space gives you the opportunity to choose how to react, rather than being swept away by automatic emotional responses. As a result, you experience less stress and more calm, and your relationships and daily interactions become more harmonious. Another benefit of mindfulness is that it helps you detach from negative thought patterns. When your mind is focused on the present, it's harder for negative thoughts to take root and grow. You become aware of when your mind starts to spiral into worry or self-criticism, and you have the power to gently bring yourself back to the here and now. This practice of noticing your thoughts without becoming attached to them is a core teaching of Stoicism. It allows you to acknowledge your feelings and thoughts without letting them control you, creating a mental environment where happiness can thrive. The beauty of mindfulness is that it doesn't require anything external. You don't need special tools or techniques. All you need is your awareness. Whether you're sitting in a busy office or walking in nature, you can always return to the present moment by focusing on your breath, your surroundings, or the sensations in your body. This simplicity makes mindfulness one of the most accessible and powerful ways to cultivate lasting happiness. It's always available to you, no matter where you are or what's happening around you. One of the greatest challenges to being present is our tendency to multitask. We are often so busy trying to do many things at once that we rarely give our full attention to any one thing. But Stoicism teaches that true fulfillment comes from focusing on one task at a time, with full awareness and intention. When you give your attention to what you're doing right now, you perform it with more care and enjoy it more fully. Whether it's a simple task like folding laundry or a complex project at work, mindfulness turns the ordinary into something meaningful and satisfying. In a world filled with distractions, mindfulness helps you regain control of your attention. It's easy to get lost in the endless stream of notifications, emails, and social media updates. But every time you allow these distractions to pull you away from the present, you lose an opportunity to experience life as it's happening. Mindfulness teaches you to be deliberate with your attention, to choose where you focus your energy, rather than letting external forces dictate it. By reclaiming your attention, you create space for peace, creativity, and joy to flourish. Mindfulness also enhances your relationships. When you are fully present with the people in your life, you listen more deeply, connect more meaningfully, and build stronger bonds. Too often, we are physically present but mentally elsewhere, thinking about work or scrolling through our phones. But when you give someone your full attention, you show them that they matter. This presence strengthens your connection and allows both of you to experience the richness of the moment together. In this way, mindfulness not only brings joy to your own life, but also to those around you. Being present also allows you to handle stress more effectively. When you are caught up in worries about the future or replaying past mistakes, stress becomes overwhelming. But mindfulness brings you back to the present, where you realize that most of the time, the situation isn't as bad as your mind makes it out to be. You see things as they are, rather than through the lens of fear or anxiety. This clarity helps you deal with challenges in a calm and rational way, reducing stress and increasing your sense of control. One of the most powerful aspects of mindfulness is that it allows you to embrace life as it is, rather than constantly wishing it were different. So much of our unhappiness comes from resisting the present moment, from thinking that things should be other than they are. But Stoicism teaches that peace comes from accepting what is. When you stop fighting against reality and start embracing it, you find that even difficult moments contain lessons and beauty. This acceptance doesn't mean passivity. It means approaching life with an open heart and a clear mind, ready to engage with whatever comes your way. By practicing mindfulness, you also become more attuned to your own needs and emotions. In the busyness of daily life, it's easy to lose touch with yourself, to ignore your feelings and push through stress or discomfort. But when you are present, you start to notice how you're feeling in the moment. You become more aware of when you need to rest, when you need to speak up, or when you need to take a break. This self-awareness is key to maintaining your well-being and happiness. It allows you to take better care of yourself, both physically and emotionally. Mindfulness also helps you cultivate a sense of gratitude. When you are fully present, you start to appreciate the small blessings in your life that you might otherwise overlook. The smile of a stranger, the sound of birds outside your window, the feeling of warmth on a cold day. These simple moments become sources of joy when you are mindful enough to notice them. Gratitude naturally arises from mindfulness because it helps you see the beauty in what's already around you, rather than always striving for more. Another profound effect of mindfulness is that it helps you let go of perfectionism. When you are constantly focused on the future, you may feel pressure to make everything perfect, to have the perfect job, the perfect home, the perfect life. But Stoicism teaches that perfection is an illusion, and striving for it only leads to frustration. Mindfulness helps you appreciate the imperfections in life, seeing them as part of the beauty of the present moment. You learn to embrace the messiness of life and find joy in it, rather than waiting for everything to be just right before you allow yourself to be happy. When you practice mindfulness, you also begin to understand that happiness is not something you need to chase. It's something that is already here. The present moment contains all the ingredients for joy, if only you are awake to see them. Too often, we think that happiness lies in the next accomplishment or the next milestone. But mindfulness teaches you that happiness is not a destination, it's a way of being. It's found in how you engage with life, right now, in this very moment. Mindfulness also teaches you to be patient with yourself and others. When you are fully present, you stop rushing through life, trying to get to the next thing. You learn to be patient with the process, to trust that things will unfold as they should. This patience extends to how you treat yourself as well. You become more forgiving of your own mistakes, understanding that growth takes time and that there is no need to rush your journey. This patience creates a sense of ease and calm that allows happiness to take root. The practice of mindfulness also fosters a sense of awe and wonder. When you are fully present, you begin to see the world with fresh eyes. Things that you may have taken for granted before, the beauty of nature, the complexity of human relationships, the simple pleasures of daily life, become sources of inspiration and joy. This sense of wonder is a natural result of being fully engaged with the present moment, and it brings a depth of happiness that is both profound and enduring. Mindfulness helps you become more resilient in the face of adversity. When you are present, you are better able to handle challenges because you are not overwhelmed by fear of the future or regret about the past. You deal with what's in front of you, moment by moment, which makes even difficult situations more manageable. This resilience is a key to lasting happiness because it allows you to face life's inevitable challenges with grace and confidence, knowing that you have the inner strength to handle whatever comes your way. In practicing mindfulness, you also develop a deeper sense of gratitude for life itself. Every breath, every heartbeat, every moment of being alive becomes a gift. This deep appreciation for life in all its forms creates a sense of joy that is not dependent on external circumstances. It's a joy that comes from simply being present, from fully inhabiting the moment you are in. This joy is steady and unwavering because it is rooted in the awareness that life itself is a precious and fleeting gift. Mindfulness also helps you cultivate a sense of balance in your life. When you are fully present, you are able to see more clearly what matters most to you. You become less distracted by the noise and busyness of the world and more focused on what brings you true fulfillment. This clarity allows you to create a life that is aligned with your values and priorities, leading to a deeper sense of satisfaction and happiness. As you continue to practice mindfulness, you may also notice that your sense of time changes. When you are fully present, time seems to slow down. You are no longer rushing through the day, but instead savoring each moment. This shift in perception allows you to experience life more fully, to enjoy the richness of each moment without feeling like time is slipping away. This sense of expanded time brings a feeling of abundance and peace, as you realize that you have all the time you need to enjoy life. Ultimately, mindfulness helps you develop a deeper connection to yourself and the world around you. When you are fully present, you experience life more intimately and authentically. You are no longer distracted by thoughts of the past or future, but instead, you are fully engaged with the people, places, and experiences that make up your life. This deeper connection leads to a greater sense of meaning and purpose, which in turn brings lasting joy and fulfillment. In practicing mindfulness, you discover that happiness is not something to be pursued. It's something to be embraced in every moment. As we move forward from the practice of mindfulness and the joy it brings in the present moment, we come to another powerful Stoic teaching, the practice of letting go. It's a principle that, when fully embraced, has the ability to transform your life from one of stress and tension to one of deep inner peace. The art of letting go is not about giving up, it's about recognizing where your power truly lies. By learning to accept what is beyond your control, you liberate yourself from unnecessary suffering, freeing up your energy for the things that matter most. Acceptance is not a passive act, but a profound step toward happiness and peace. Let's now dive into this liberating concept of letting go and how it brings you closer to a life of tranquility. So much of the stress and frustration in life stems from trying to control what is beyond our reach. Whether it's other people's behavior, the outcomes of situations, or even the passage of time, we often waste immense energy on things we cannot change. Stoicism teaches that this attempt to control the uncontrollable is a major source of unhappiness. The more you cling to the desire for control, the more you set yourself up for disappointment and frustration. By letting go of this need, you create space for peace to enter your life. Letting go doesn't mean resigning yourself to a passive existence. Instead, it's about recognizing where your true power lies. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. This shift in focus, from external events to internal responses, is at the heart of Stoic acceptance. When you stop trying to force things to go your way, you find a new sense of freedom. You become more flexible, more adaptable, and ultimately, more at peace. The desire for control is often driven by fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of loss. But when you accept that uncertainty is a natural part of life, that not everything will unfold according to your plans, you release yourself from the grip of fear. Acceptance allows you to face uncertainty with grace and confidence. You no longer need to know exactly how things will turn out because you trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. This acceptance of uncertainty is one of the most powerful ways to cultivate inner peace. Another source of tension comes from our attachment to specific outcomes. We often tie our happiness to achieving certain goals or having things turn out exactly as we expect. But life rarely follows a straight path, and the more rigidly we hold on to our expectations, the more we suffer when things don't go as planned. Letting go of attachment to outcomes allows you to flow with life rather than fight against it. You still pursue your goals, but you do so with a sense of flexibility and openness, understanding that the outcome is not entirely within your control. This mindset brings a sense of ease and reduces the emotional turbulence that often accompanies unmet expectations. Acceptance is also a powerful tool in dealing with other people. We often try to change others to fit our vision of how they should behave, whether it's a partner, a friend, or a colleague. But this effort usually leads to frustration because people act according to their own nature and circumstances. Stoicism teaches that you cannot control the actions of others, only your response to them. By letting go of the need to change others, you allow yourself to interact with them more peacefully, accepting them as they are, rather than constantly trying to mold them into what you want them to be. This acceptance doesn't mean you condone harmful behavior, but rather that you stop letting it control your emotional state. You learn to set boundaries and protect your own peace without needing to change the other person. In this way, acceptance becomes a form of strength. You stand firm in your values, but you no longer let the actions of others disturb your inner tranquility. This is a liberating way to approach relationships, as it frees you from the constant struggle of trying to control or fix others. One of the most profound areas where acceptance plays a role is in letting go of the past. We all carry memories of things that didn't go the way we wanted, mistakes we made, opportunities we missed, losses we've experienced. It's easy to get stuck in a cycle of regret, wishing we could go back and change things. But the past is unchangeable, and dwelling on it only prolongs our suffering. Stoicism teaches that acceptance of the past is essential for finding peace in the present. When you let go of what you cannot change, you free yourself to move forward with clarity and purpose. Letting go of the past doesn't mean forgetting it or pretending it didn't happen. It means acknowledging it, learning from it, and then releasing the emotional grip it has on you. You accept that what's done is done, and you focus on what you can do now. This shift from regret to acceptance brings a sense of relief and allows you to live more fully in the present. By letting go of the past, you reclaim your power over the present and the future. Acceptance also applies to how we view ourselves. Often, we are our own harshest critics, constantly judging ourselves for not being good enough, smart enough, or successful enough. This internal pressure creates a constant sense of dissatisfaction. But Stoicism teaches that self-acceptance is a vital part of inner peace. When you let go of unrealistic expectations for yourself, you allow yourself to grow at your own pace, free from the weight of perfectionism. Acceptance of your own imperfections is not a sign of weakness. It is a recognition of your humanity. This self-acceptance creates space for self-compassion, which is essential for maintaining peace of mind. Instead of beating yourself up for every mistake or shortcoming, you learn to treat yourself with kindness and understanding. This doesn't mean you stop striving for improvement, but you do so from a place of self-love rather than self-criticism. When you accept yourself as you are, you reduce the inner conflict that often prevents happiness from flourishing. The power of letting go also extends to how we approach time. We often rush through life, trying to achieve as much as possible, constantly worried that we're running out of time. But Stoicism teaches that time is not something to be controlled or conquered. It is something to be experienced fully in the moment. By letting go of the obsession with time, whether it's the past, the future, or even how much time we think we have left, you allow yourself to live more deeply. Each moment becomes a gift, not something to be hurried through or worried over. Letting go of time also means accepting the natural cycles of life. We cannot control aging or the passage of time, but we can control how we relate to it. Acceptance of the inevitability of change and the impermanence of life allows you to face each phase with grace. Instead of fearing the future or mourning the past, you embrace the present with all its richness. This acceptance brings a sense of peace that comes from understanding that everything has its time and place. Another area where letting go brings peace is in how we handle failure. Failure is often seen as something to be feared or avoided, but Stoicism teaches that failure is simply a part of life. It is not something to be resisted, but something to be accepted and learned from. When you let go of the fear of failure, you give yourself permission to take risks, to try new things, and to grow. This freedom from the fear of failure opens up new possibilities for success and fulfillment. Accepting failure as part of the journey also allows you to be more resilient. Instead of seeing failure as a permanent state, you understand that it is a temporary setback. This perspective helps you bounce back more quickly and with less emotional turmoil. Letting go of the fear of failure leads to greater courage, and with that courage comes the ability to pursue your goals without the heavy weight of perfectionism holding you back. Acceptance is also a powerful tool in dealing with loss. Whether it's the loss of a loved one, a job, or an opportunity, loss is an inevitable part of life. Stoicism teaches that while loss is painful, it is also a part of the natural order of things. Everything in life is temporary, and by accepting this truth, you free yourself from the constant fear of losing what you have. This doesn't mean you stop caring or loving, but that you learn to cherish what you have while it is here, without clinging to it when it is time to let go. This acceptance of loss brings a deep sense of peace because it allows you to live without the constant worry of what might be taken from you. You understand that nothing is truly yours to keep forever, and this understanding helps you to appreciate life more fully. By letting go of attachment to things, people, and outcomes, you create space for peace to grow within you, even in the face of inevitable change. Letting go also applies to your expectations of life itself. We often have an idea of how life should be, and when reality doesn't match up, we experience disappointment and frustration. But Stoicism teaches that life unfolds as it will, not as we demand it to. By letting go of rigid expectations, you open yourself to the beauty of life as it is. You stop resisting what is and start embracing it. This acceptance doesn't mean giving up on your dreams, but it does mean being flexible and adaptable, allowing life to surprise and teach you along the way. This flexibility in how you approach life leads to greater happiness because you are no longer caught up in trying to make things conform to your ideal. Instead, you flow with life, responding to it with grace and resilience. The power of letting go is the power to move through life with ease, no longer burdened by the constant need for control or perfection. Letting go also helps you to deal with the challenges of uncertainty. So much of life is unpredictable, and trying to control every aspect of it is a losing battle. By accepting that uncertainty is a natural part of existence, you free yourself from the anxiety that comes with trying to predict or prevent every possible outcome. You learn to trust that you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way, and this trust brings a profound sense of inner peace. As you let go of the need for certainty, you also let go of the fear of the unknown. You no longer need to have all the answers or know exactly what the future holds in order to feel secure. Instead, you find security within yourself, in your ability to adapt, respond, and grow. This shift from external certainty to internal trust is one of the most liberating aspects of Stoic acceptance. It allows you to face life with courage and calm, knowing that you are equipped to handle whatever comes. The power of letting go also extends to how you approach your own thoughts and emotions. We often get caught up in trying to control our inner experiences, resisting certain thoughts or feelings because we think they are bad or wrong. But Stoicism teaches that thoughts and emotions are natural, and trying to suppress them only leads to more internal conflict. By accepting your thoughts and feelings as they arise, without judgment, you allow them to pass through you without causing harm. This acceptance brings a sense of inner peace because you are no longer fighting against your own mind. Letting go of the need to control your thoughts also helps you cultivate a more peaceful relationship with yourself. You stop seeing your thoughts and emotions as problems to be fixed and start accepting them as part of the human experience. This self-acceptance allows you to experience greater emotional balance and mental clarity, as you are no longer caught up in the constant struggle to control your inner world. Ultimately, the power of letting go is the power to live in harmony with life as it is. It is the ability to accept what you cannot change and to focus on what you can. It is the freedom to move through life with grace, unburdened by the need for control or certainty. By letting go, you create space for inner peace, joy, and fulfillment to flourish. As we journey from the liberating practice of letting go, we now turn to one of the most transformative Stoic principles, gratitude. This simple yet profound practice has the power to reshape how we experience life. In Stoicism, gratitude is not just a fleeting feeling, it's a deliberate shift in perspective that opens the door to deeper happiness. By consciously focusing on what is good, what is present, and what is already yours, gratitude helps you see the richness of life, even amidst challenges. It is through gratitude that we uncover a wellspring of contentment and peace that already exists within us. Let's explore why gratitude is such a powerful tool for happiness. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you when something goes well. It's about recognizing the countless small things in life that often go unnoticed. In the Stoic tradition, practicing gratitude means shifting your focus away from what you lack and toward what you already have. This shift is more than a mental exercise. It's a way of transforming your entire experience of life. By focusing on what is present, you begin to see abundance where you once saw scarcity. You realize that, even in difficult times, there is always something to be thankful for. One of the key reasons gratitude brings happiness is that it grounds you in the present. So much unhappiness comes from worrying about the future or regretting the past. But when you practice gratitude, you anchor yourself in the now. You start to notice the beauty, kindness, and opportunities that are already around you. Gratitude creates a sense of fullness, a recognition that life is already offering you what you need to find joy. This present-focused awareness is one of the reasons why gratitude is so deeply connected to happiness. Gratitude also has the power to dissolve feelings of envy and comparison. When you focus on what others have that you don't, you create a sense of lack within yourself. But when you turn your attention to the blessings in your own life, that feeling of inadequacy fades. Gratitude reminds you that everyone's path is different and that your own life holds its own unique gifts. In this way, practicing gratitude helps you find contentment within yourself, free from the need to compare or compete with others. Practicing gratitude regularly trains your mind to see the positive aspects of life more easily. It's like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Over time, you start to automatically notice the good in situations, even in those that may initially seem negative. This ability to find something to be grateful for in every circumstance is a hallmark of Stoic thought. It allows you to maintain a sense of peace and happiness, even when things don't go exactly as planned. Gratitude also deepens your connection to the people in your life. When you take the time to acknowledge and appreciate the kindness, support, and love that others bring to your life, your relationships become richer. Gratitude fosters a sense of reciprocity, as the more you express appreciation, the more others are likely to give. This creates a cycle of positive energy, where both you and those around you feel valued and uplifted. Stronger relationships are one of the many benefits of a consistent gratitude practice. Another powerful effect of gratitude is that it helps you let go of entitlement. Entitlement is the belief that you deserve more than what you have, and it often leads to frustration and dissatisfaction. But when you practice gratitude, you shift from a mindset of entitlement to one of appreciation. You stop focusing on what you think you're owed and start appreciating what you've already received. This shift brings a sense of peace, as you realize that life's true gifts are not owed to you, but are graciously given. Gratitude is also a powerful antidote to fear. When you focus on the uncertainty of the future, it's easy to become anxious and worried about what might go wrong. But when you practice gratitude, you bring your mind back to what is good in the present. This practice helps you realize that, no matter what the future holds, there is always something to be thankful for. Gratitude gives you the courage to face uncertainty with grace, because you know that you have the inner resources to find joy, even in challenging times. In addition to boosting your emotional well-being, gratitude also has a positive impact on your physical health. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of stress, improved sleep, and even better heart health. This connection between gratitude and physical health is not surprising when you consider the mind-body connection. When you focus on the positive, your body responds by reducing stress hormones and promoting overall well-being. Gratitude, it seems, is not just good for your soul, it's good for your body too. Gratitude also cultivates a sense of abundance. Instead of constantly striving for more, you begin to appreciate what is already in front of you. This mindset of abundance shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present, creating a sense of fulfillment that is not dependent on external achievements. When you realize that you already have enough, you stop chasing after things that don't truly bring happiness. This sense of inner abundance leads to a deeper and more lasting sense of contentment. One of the beautiful things about gratitude is that it can be practiced in any circumstance. Even in difficult times, there is always something to be grateful for, whether it's the support of a friend, a moment of peace, or the lessons that challenges bring. Stoicism teaches that every experience, good or bad, has value, and gratitude helps you recognize that value. By finding something to be thankful for, even in hardship, you transform the way you experience difficulty. Gratitude helps you move through challenges with resilience and grace. Gratitude also teaches you to appreciate life's simple pleasures. In a world that often encourages us to seek out big, flashy experiences, it's easy to overlook the small joys that make up everyday life. But when you practice gratitude, you start to see the beauty in the little things. A warm cup of tea, a smile from a stranger, the sound of rain on the roof. These moments, which might otherwise pass by unnoticed, become sources of happiness when you take the time to appreciate them. Another powerful aspect of gratitude is that it helps you build resilience. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you cultivate a mindset of strength and positivity. This resilience allows you to bounce back more quickly from setbacks because you have trained yourself to see the good in every situation. Gratitude doesn't eliminate hardship, but it does give you the tools to navigate it with grace. This inner strength is one of the reasons why gratitude is such a powerful practice for creating lasting happiness. Gratitude also fosters a sense of humility. When you recognize that much of what you have is not solely the result of your own efforts, but also the result of the kindness, support, and opportunities provided by others, you develop a deeper sense of appreciation for the interconnectedness of life. This humility helps you stay grounded and keeps your ego in check, reminding you that none of us achieve success or happiness alone. Gratitude, in this way, cultivates a deeper sense of connection to others and to the world. The practice of gratitude also helps you let go of resentment. Holding on to grudges and grievances can poison your happiness, keeping you stuck in negative emotions. But when you shift your focus to what you are grateful for, you loosen the grip of resentment. You start to see that life is too short to hold on to anger and bitterness, and you begin to prioritize peace over conflict. This release of negative emotions makes space for happiness to grow and flourish in your life. Gratitude can also transform your relationship with material possessions. In a consumer-driven world, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that more stuff will bring more happiness. But Stoicism teaches that true contentment comes not from accumulating more, but from appreciating what you already have. When you practice gratitude, you start to see that the things you own do not define your happiness. Instead, you find fulfillment in the richness of experiences, relationships, and inner peace. This shift away from materialism leads to a more meaningful and joyful life. Gratitude also encourages mindfulness. When you take the time to be thankful for the present moment, you bring your awareness back to the here and now. This mindfulness allows you to fully experience life as it unfolds, without being distracted by worries about the future or regrets about the past. By practicing gratitude, you cultivate a deeper presence in your life, which enhances your ability to savor and enjoy each moment. This mindfulness, in turn, brings greater happiness and peace. Another important effect of gratitude is that it helps you cultivate hope. When you focus on what is good in your life, you develop a more optimistic outlook on the future. Gratitude reminds you that, no matter how difficult things may be, there is always something to be thankful for, and this awareness helps you stay hopeful in the face of challenges. This sense of hope is essential for maintaining happiness, as it gives you the strength and confidence to keep moving forward, even when times are tough. Gratitude also plays a key role in helping you let go of the need for external validation. When you are constantly seeking approval from others, your happiness becomes dependent on their opinions and actions. But when you practice gratitude, you start to find validation within yourself. You recognize your own worth and the value of your experiences, independent of what others think. This shift allows you to cultivate a sense of inner confidence and peace, free from the need for constant external affirmation. Gratitude also fosters a deeper connection to nature. When you take the time to appreciate the natural world, the trees, the sky, the seasons, you develop a sense of awe and wonder for the beauty that surrounds you. This connection to nature helps you feel grounded and reminds you of the larger forces at play in the universe. Gratitude for nature brings a sense of peace and calm, as it reminds you of your place in the world and the simple pleasures that life offers. One of the most profound aspects of gratitude is that it helps you cultivate a sense of purpose. When you are grateful for the opportunities, relationships, and experiences in your life, you begin to see how each of these elements contributes to your personal growth and fulfillment. Gratitude helps you recognize the meaning and purpose behind the events of your life, even those that may seem difficult or painful. This sense of purpose brings a deeper sense of satisfaction and joy, as you realize that everything in life has value and contributes to your journey. Gratitude also encourages you to give back. When you recognize the blessings in your own life, you naturally want to share them with others. Whether it's through acts of kindness, generosity, or service, gratitude inspires you to contribute to the well-being of those around you. This sense of contribution not only helps others, but also deepens your own sense of fulfillment and happiness. In this way, gratitude creates a cycle of giving and receiving that enriches both your life and the lives of those you touch. In practicing gratitude, you also develop a greater sense of acceptance. Life is full of ups and downs, and not everything will go the way you want. But when you practice gratitude, you learn to accept life as it is, rather than constantly wishing it were different. This acceptance brings a sense of peace, as you realize that you don't need everything to be perfect in order to be happy. Gratitude helps you embrace the present moment, with all its imperfections, and find joy in the here and now. Gratitude also fosters a sense of creativity. When you focus on what you are thankful for, you open your mind to new possibilities and ideas. Gratitude encourages you to see opportunities where you might have seen obstacles and to approach challenges with a sense of curiosity and openness. This creative mindset not only enhances your problem-solving abilities, but also brings a sense of playfulness and joy to your life. Practicing gratitude also helps you build stronger self-discipline. When you are thankful for what you have, you are less likely to be swayed by fleeting desires or impulses. Gratitude helps you focus on what truly matters, allowing you to make decisions that align with your values and long-term goals. This sense of discipline brings a deeper sense of satisfaction and fulfillment, as you are able to stay on course and live in accordance with your true self. Gratitude also enhances your ability to forgive. When you focus on what is good in your life, it becomes easier to let go of past hurts and grievances. You start to see that holding on to anger or resentment only harms your own happiness. Gratitude helps you shift your perspective, allowing you to move forward with forgiveness and compassion. This release of negative emotions creates space for peace and happiness to flourish in your life. Another benefit of gratitude is that it helps you develop a sense of trust in life. When you focus on the good, you begin to trust that life has a way of unfolding as it should. Gratitude reminds you that, even in difficult times, there is always something to be thankful for, and this awareness helps you develop a sense of trust in the process of life. This trust brings a sense of peace, as you stop trying to control every aspect of your life and instead allow yourself to flow with it. Gratitude also teaches you the importance of presence. When you are fully present, you are able to experience life more deeply and meaningfully. Gratitude helps you focus on the here and now, rather than being distracted by worries about the future or regrets about the past. This sense of presence enhances your ability to appreciate life's simple pleasures and brings a deeper sense of fulfillment and joy. Through the practice of gratitude, you also develop a greater sense of patience. When you are thankful for what you have, you are less likely to feel rushed or anxious about the future. Gratitude helps you trust that everything will unfold in its own time, allowing you to approach life with a sense of calm and patience. This sense of patience not only reduces stress, but also enhances your ability to enjoy each moment as it comes. Gratitude also helps you build resilience in the face of challenges. When you focus on what you are thankful for, you develop a mindset of strength and positivity that allows you to navigate difficult times with grace. Gratitude reminds you that, even in the midst of hardship, there is always something to be grateful for, and this awareness helps you stay grounded and hopeful. This resilience is one of the many reasons why gratitude is such a powerful practice for creating lasting happiness. Gratitude also fosters a deeper sense of self-awareness. When you take the time to reflect on what you are thankful for, you gain a better understanding of what truly matters to you. This self-awareness helps you make more intentional choices in your life, aligning your actions with your values and priorities. Gratitude, in this way, helps you live a more authentic and fulfilling life. Through gratitude, you also develop a greater sense of empathy. When you are thankful for the kindness and support of others, you become more attuned to the needs and feelings of those around you. Gratitude encourages you to be more compassionate and understanding, deepening your connections with others and fostering a sense of community. This sense of empathy not only enhances your relationships, but also brings a deeper sense of fulfillment and joy to your life. In practicing gratitude, you also cultivate a sense of joy for the journey of life itself. Instead of constantly seeking the next achievement or milestone, gratitude helps you appreciate the process of growth and learning. You start to see that happiness is not found in reaching a destination, but in fully experiencing each step along the way. This sense of joy for the journey brings a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment, as you learn to embrace life in all its complexity and beauty. Gratitude also teaches you to let go of the need for control. When you focus on what you are thankful for, you develop a sense of trust that life is unfolding as it should. Gratitude helps you release the need to micromanage every aspect of your life, allowing you to relax and enjoy the ride. This sense of surrender brings a deeper sense of peace and happiness as you learn to flow with life rather than resist it. In the end, gratitude is a practice that transforms your perspective on life. It helps you see the beauty, kindness, and abundance that are already present in your world. By focusing on what is good, you cultivate a sense of happiness that is not dependent on external circumstances, but arises from within. Gratitude is the key to unlocking a deeper sense of peace, joy, and fulfillment in your life. As we move from the enriching practice of gratitude, we now shift to another cornerstone of Stoicism, living with purpose. While gratitude opens your eyes to the blessings around you, purpose is what gives your life direction and meaning. Without a clear sense of purpose, life can feel aimless, no matter how much you achieve. Purpose is not something you find, it's something you create by aligning your actions with your deepest values. In Stoicism, living with purpose is the key to a life of fulfillment and true happiness. Let's explore how Stoic philosophy guides you toward this meaningful way of living. Living with purpose begins by understanding what truly matters to you. In the busyness of daily life, it's easy to get caught up in external pressures and societal expectations. But Stoicism encourages you to look inward and ask yourself, what are my core values? What do I stand for? When you get clear on these questions, you begin to see that living with purpose is about acting in alignment with those values, no matter what obstacles you face. This alignment brings a sense of peace and satisfaction that cannot be found through external achievements alone. Purpose isn't about grand gestures or monumental achievements. It's about the everyday choices you make. Stoicism teaches that purpose is found in how you live your life, moment to moment. Whether you're working, spending time with loved ones, or even resting, you can bring purpose to every action by staying true to your values. This consistency between your values and actions creates a deep sense of fulfillment. You start to feel that your life is meaningful, not because of what you accomplish, but because of how you live each day. One of the reasons living with purpose leads to happiness is that it gives your life a clear direction. When you don't know what you're aiming for, it's easy to feel lost or frustrated. But when you have a sense of purpose, you know where you're going, even if the path is difficult. This clarity brings a sense of calm because you no longer feel pulled in different directions by conflicting desires or expectations. You know what matters, and that knowledge guides your actions. Stoicism also teaches that living with purpose involves contributing to something larger than yourself. When you align your actions with values that benefit others, not just yourself, you create a deeper sense of meaning in your life. This could mean helping others, improving your community, or simply being a positive influence in the lives of those around you. Purpose is not about self-centered ambition. It's about using your strengths and abilities to make the world a better place, even in small ways. This outward focus brings a sense of connection and fulfillment that is essential for lasting happiness. Living with purpose also helps you navigate life's challenges. When you face difficulties, it's easy to get discouraged or feel like giving up. But if you are rooted in a clear sense of purpose, those challenges become easier to bear. You understand that the obstacles you encounter are part of the journey, and that overcoming them will bring you closer to fulfilling your purpose. This resilience is one of the gifts of living with purpose. It gives you the strength to keep going, even when things get tough. Purpose also provides a sense of stability in an unpredictable world. Life is full of uncertainties, and you can't control everything that happens to you. But Stoicism teaches that when you live with purpose, you create a stable foundation within yourself. No matter what external changes occur, your purpose remains constant. This inner stability allows you to stay grounded and focused, even when life throws unexpected challenges your way. Another benefit of living with purpose is that it helps you make better decisions. When you know what your values are, you have a clear guide for how to act in any situation. You no longer have to wonder what the right choice is because your purpose directs you. This clarity leads to greater confidence in your decisions and reduces the stress and confusion that often come from trying to please others or live up to external expectations. Living with purpose also brings a deeper sense of fulfillment because it allows you to focus on the long term rather than getting caught up in short-term gratification. In today's world, it's easy to chase after fleeting pleasures or temporary successes, but Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes from pursuing what is meaningful, not what is easy. When you align your actions with your purpose, you may sacrifice short-term comfort, but you gain long-term fulfillment. This shift in focus leads to a deeper and more lasting sense of happiness. Purpose is also a powerful antidote to feelings of emptiness or boredom. When you lack a sense of purpose, life can feel dull and unfulfilling, no matter how much you have. But when you live with purpose, every day has meaning. Even the most mundane tasks take on significance because they are part of a larger goal. This sense of meaning brings a sense of vitality to your life, replacing boredom with passion and energy. Stoicism teaches that living with purpose is about taking responsibility for your life. Instead of waiting for happiness to come from external sources, you realize that it's up to you to create it. You do this by aligning your actions with your values and making choices that reflect what truly matters to you. This sense of responsibility is empowering because it reminds you that you are the author of your own life. By living with purpose, you take control of your happiness, and create a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling. Living with purpose also helps you stay true to yourself in a world full of distractions. There are so many voices telling you what you should do, what you should want, and who you should be. But Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes from being authentic and living according to your own values, not the expectations of others. When you live with purpose, you create a life that reflects who you really are, rather than trying to fit into someone else's mold. Purpose is also essential for maintaining motivation. When you lack a sense of purpose, it's easy to feel unmotivated or directionless. But when you are clear about what you're working toward, you have the energy and drive to keep moving forward. Purpose fuels your actions and gives you the strength to persevere, even when things get difficult. This motivation is essential for creating a life of meaning and happiness. Living with purpose also helps you cultivate a sense of gratitude. When you are aligned with your values and living a meaningful life, you naturally feel more thankful for the opportunities and experiences that come your way. Purpose helps you see the bigger picture, and this perspective allows you to appreciate the small moments and blessings that might otherwise go unnoticed. Gratitude and purpose are deeply intertwined, each enhancing the other and contributing to a deeper sense of happiness. Another important aspect of living with purpose is that it encourages you to focus on your growth. When you are clear about your values, you recognize that personal development is an ongoing process. You strive to become the best version of yourself, not because of external pressure, but because it aligns with your sense of purpose. This focus on growth brings a sense of fulfillment and progress, as you are constantly working toward becoming the person you were meant to be. Living with purpose also helps you create stronger relationships. When you are clear about your values, you attract people who share those values and who support your journey. These meaningful connections bring a deeper sense of fulfillment and happiness because they are built on mutual respect and shared purpose. By living with purpose, you create a community of like-minded individuals who inspire and uplift you, adding richness to your life. Purpose also helps you let go of distractions and focus on what truly matters. In a world full of noise and endless options, it's easy to get pulled in different directions. But when you have a clear sense of purpose, you are less likely to get sidetracked by things that don't serve your values. This focus allows you to live more intentionally and create a life that is aligned with your deepest desires. By letting go of distractions, you make room for what is truly meaningful. Living with purpose also brings a sense of peace because it reduces inner conflict. When your actions align with your values, there is no dissonance between who you are and what you do. This alignment creates a sense of harmony within yourself, which leads to greater inner peace. You no longer feel torn between competing desires or external pressures because your purpose gives you a clear direction. This peace is one of the greatest rewards of living a purposeful life. Another reason why living with purpose leads to happiness is that it helps you stay resilient in the face of setbacks. When you have a clear sense of purpose, you understand that challenges are part of the journey. You don't give up when things get tough, because you know that overcoming obstacles will bring you closer to fulfilling your purpose. This resilience allows you to move through life's difficulties with grace and confidence, knowing that you are on the right path. Purpose also helps you cultivate patience. When you are clear about your values and goals, you understand that meaningful progress takes time. You become less focused on immediate results and more focused on the process of growth. This patience allows you to stay committed to your purpose, even when the road is long or difficult. By staying patient and persistent, you create a life of lasting fulfillment and happiness. Living with purpose also enhances your sense of self-worth. When you align your actions with your values, you build a strong sense of integrity and self-respect. You know that you are living in accordance with what matters most to you, and this knowledge boosts your confidence and self-esteem. Purpose gives you a sense of pride in who you are and what you stand for, and this self-worth is a key component of happiness. Purpose also helps you stay focused on what you can control. Stoicism teaches that many things in life are beyond your control, but your actions and choices are always within your power. When you live with purpose, you focus on what you can do to live according to your values, rather than getting caught up in what you can't change. This focus on what is within your control brings a sense of empowerment and reduces the anxiety that often comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. Living with purpose also gives you a sense of fulfillment at the end of each day. When you know that your actions align with your values, you go to bed with a sense of accomplishment and peace. You no longer feel like you are wasting time or drifting through life aimlessly. Instead, you feel that each day is meaningful, and this daily sense of fulfillment contributes to a deeper and more lasting sense of happiness. Another benefit of living with purpose is that it helps you stay humble. When you are clear about your values, you recognize that life is not just about personal success, but about making a positive impact on the world. Purpose reminds you that your actions affect others, and that true fulfillment comes from contributing to something larger than yourself. This humility helps you stay grounded and focused on what truly matters. Living with purpose also helps you let go of regrets. When you live according to your values, you make decisions that reflect who you are and what you believe in. This reduces the likelihood of looking back on your life with regret, because you know that you have stayed true to yourself. Purpose gives you the confidence to make choices that align with your long-term vision, rather than being swayed by short-term desires or external pressures. Purpose also brings a sense of joy to your daily routine. When you are clear about your values, even the most mundane tasks take on meaning. You understand that every action, no matter how small, is part of a larger purpose. This sense of meaning infuses your daily life with joy and satisfaction, as you see each moment as an opportunity to live in alignment with your values. Living with purpose also helps you stay focused on your long-term goals. It's easy to get distracted by immediate gratification or short-term gains, but Stoicism teaches that true fulfillment comes from staying committed to what matters most. Purpose gives you the discipline to stay focused on your long-term vision, even when the journey is challenging. This focus leads to greater success and happiness because you are working towards something meaningful and lasting. Another important aspect of living with purpose is that it encourages you to take responsibility for your actions. When you are clear about your values, you understand that your choices have consequences, and you take responsibility for those consequences. This sense of accountability helps you live with integrity and ensures that your actions align with your purpose. Taking responsibility for your life is empowering, and it contributes to a deeper sense of fulfillment and happiness. Purpose also helps you cultivate a sense of compassion. When you live according to your values, you naturally become more empathetic and caring toward others. You understand that living with purpose is not just about personal fulfillment, but about contributing to the well-being of those around you. This sense of compassion enriches your relationships and brings a deeper sense of meaning to your life. Living with purpose also helps you embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. When you are clear about your values, you understand that difficulties are part of the journey toward fulfilling your purpose. Instead of avoiding challenges, you approach them with a sense of curiosity and determination, knowing that overcoming them will bring you closer to your goals. This mindset of growth and resilience leads to greater happiness and fulfillment. Purpose also helps you stay true to yourself in a world that often encourages conformity. When you live with purpose, you no longer feel the need to follow the crowd or live according to someone else's standards. You know who you are and what you stand for, and this confidence allows you to live authentically. Living in alignment with your true self brings a deep sense of fulfillment and happiness because you are no longer trying to be someone you're not. Living with purpose also helps you appreciate the journey, not just the destination. When you are focused on your values, you understand that the process of growth and learning is just as important as the final outcome. This perspective allows you to find joy and meaning in each step of the journey, rather than constantly striving for the next achievement. This sense of appreciation for the journey brings a deeper and more lasting sense of happiness. Another reason why living with purpose leads to happiness is that it helps you stay grounded in the present moment. When you are clear about your values, you no longer feel the need to rush through life or constantly chase after the next goal. Instead, you are able to fully engage with the present moment, knowing that each moment is part of a larger purpose. This presence brings a sense of peace and fulfillment that is essential for true happiness. Living with purpose also helps you build resilience in the face of failure. When you are aligned with your values, you understand that failure is not the end. It's simply a step on the path to growth. Purpose gives you the strength to learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward, knowing that each setback brings you closer to fulfilling your purpose. This resilience leads to greater success and happiness because you are able to navigate life's challenges with grace and determination. Finally, living with purpose helps you create a legacy that extends beyond your own life. When you live according to your values, you leave a positive impact on the world and on the people around you. This sense of contribution brings a deeper sense of fulfillment and ensures that your life has meaning and purpose, not just for yourself, but for future generations. By living with purpose, you create a life that is truly meaningful, fulfilling, and rich with happiness. As we move forward from the grounding power of living with purpose, there's a natural connection to the next vital aspect of Stoicism, self-discipline. While purpose gives your life direction, self-discipline is the engine that drives you toward that purpose. Without self-discipline, even the clearest vision remains unfulfilled. It's through mastering your impulses, staying focused, and committing to your goals that you truly unlock the potential for lasting happiness. In Stoicism, self-discipline is not about rigid control, but about inner mastery over your thoughts, actions, and emotions. Let's now explore how self-discipline, when nurtured, leads to overcoming challenges and achieving fulfillment. Self-discipline allows you to align your actions with your values. It's easy to know what's important, but much harder to consistently act on it. Life presents countless distractions and temptations, and without self-discipline, you may find yourself drifting away from what truly matters. Stoicism teaches that self-discipline gives you the strength to stay on course, even when the path is difficult or uncertain. This ability to act in accordance with your values, despite external pressures, brings a deep sense of satisfaction and peace. One of the most profound benefits of self-discipline is the sense of control it gives you over your own life. So much of unhappiness comes from feeling powerless, at the mercy of circumstances, habits, or emotions. But when you practice self-discipline, you regain control. You realize that while you cannot control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond. This inner mastery is empowering and creates a foundation for lasting happiness because it reminds you that you are not a passive participant in life, but an active creator of your experience. Self-discipline also builds resilience. Life is full of challenges, and without discipline, it's easy to become overwhelmed or give up when things get hard. But Stoicism teaches that through discipline, you develop the ability to push through difficulties. You learn to endure discomfort, face challenges head-on, and keep going even when the outcome is uncertain. This resilience is key to achieving lasting fulfillment because it allows you to stay committed to your goals, even when the path is tough. Another reason self-discipline is essential for happiness is that it helps you avoid the trap of short-term gratification. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with opportunities for immediate pleasure, whether it's through food, entertainment, or material possessions. But Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes not from indulging in fleeting pleasures, but from pursuing long-term fulfillment. Self-discipline allows you to delay gratification and focus on what will bring you lasting joy, rather than what feels good in the moment. This shift in focus leads to a deeper and more enduring sense of happiness. Self-discipline also cultivates a sense of pride and accomplishment. When you set a goal and work consistently toward it, you develop a sense of self-respect. You know that you are capable of achieving what you set out to do, and this confidence in your abilities boosts your self-esteem. Each small act of discipline builds on the last, creating a sense of momentum and progress. This feeling of accomplishment is a key component of happiness because it gives you the satisfaction of knowing that you are living up to your potential. Another important aspect of self-discipline is that it helps you maintain focus in a world full of distractions. Whether it's social media, emails, or endless to-do lists, it's easy to get pulled in different directions. But self-discipline allows you to prioritize what truly matters and stay focused on your goals. This ability to concentrate your energy on what's important brings a sense of clarity and purpose, which in turn leads to greater happiness. When you are not constantly distracted, you can engage more deeply with your work, relationships, and personal growth. Self-discipline also helps you build healthier habits. Whether it's exercising, eating well, or managing your time, self-discipline is the key to creating routines that support your well-being. Stoicism teaches that by mastering your impulses and making intentional choices, you can create a life that is aligned with your values. This mastery over your habits not only improves your physical and mental health, but also brings a sense of control and fulfillment that enhances your overall happiness. One of the reasons self-discipline is so powerful is that it frees you from the tyranny of emotions. Emotions are a natural part of life, but when left unchecked, they can lead to impulsive actions and poor decisions. Stoicism teaches that through self-discipline, you can learn to observe your emotions without being controlled by them. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, but rather developing the ability to respond to them thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. This emotional control leads to greater peace of mind and a deeper sense of happiness. Self-discipline also fosters a sense of responsibility. When you practice discipline, you take ownership of your actions and their consequences. You understand that your choices shape your life, and this awareness leads to greater accountability. This sense of responsibility is empowering because it reminds you that you have the power to create the life you want. By taking control of your actions, you take control of your happiness. Another benefit of self-discipline is that it helps you build stronger relationships. When you are disciplined in your interactions with others, you communicate more effectively, listen more deeply, and act with greater integrity. Stoicism teaches that relationships built on mutual respect and understanding are essential for happiness. Self-discipline allows you to show up fully in your relationships, offering your best self to others, and creating deeper, more meaningful connections. Self-discipline also helps you stay grounded in your purpose. When you are clear about your values and goals, self-discipline gives you the strength to stay true to them, even when external circumstances try to pull you off course. This alignment between your actions and your purpose brings a sense of peace and fulfillment because you know that you are living authentically. By staying disciplined, you ensure that your life reflects what truly matters to you. Another important aspect of self-discipline is that it helps you manage your time more effectively. Time is one of our most valuable resources, and self-discipline allows you to use it wisely. Whether it's setting aside time for work, rest, or personal growth, self-discipline helps you create a balanced life that reflects your priorities. This intentional use of time reduces stress and brings a sense of order to your life, which in turn contributes to greater happiness. Self-discipline also teaches you the value of patience. In a world that often prioritizes speed and instant results, Stoicism reminds us that meaningful progress takes time. Whether you're working toward a personal goal or overcoming a challenge, self-discipline helps you stay patient and persistent. This patience is key to lasting happiness because it allows you to enjoy the journey rather than rushing toward the destination. By embracing patience, you create space for growth, learning, and fulfillment. Self-discipline also strengthens your willpower. Like a muscle, willpower grows stronger with use. Each time you practice self-discipline, whether it's resisting a temptation, sticking to a routine, or pushing through discomfort, you build your capacity for self-control. This increased willpower not only helps you achieve your goals, but also brings a sense of inner strength and confidence. You begin to trust in your ability to handle challenges, and this trust is a key component of lasting happiness. Another reason self-discipline is essential for happiness is that it helps you avoid regret. When you act impulsively or give in to distractions, it's easy to feel regret later on, whether it's over missed opportunities or poor decisions. But when you practice self-discipline, you make choices that reflect your long-term values and goals. This reduces the likelihood of regret because you know that you are acting in alignment with what truly matters to you. By living with discipline, you create a life that you can look back on with pride and satisfaction. Self-discipline also enhances your ability to handle stress. Life is full of pressures and challenges, and without discipline, it's easy to become overwhelmed. But Stoicism teaches that through self-discipline, you can manage stress more effectively. Whether it's through mindfulness, setting boundaries, or maintaining healthy habits, self-discipline helps you create a sense of balance and control. This ability to manage stress leads to greater peace of mind and a deeper sense of happiness. Self-discipline also helps you cultivate humility. When you practice discipline, you understand that success is not about luck or talent alone. It's about consistent effort and perseverance. This awareness fosters a sense of humility because you recognize that greatness is built through discipline, not entitlement. This humility keeps you grounded and focused on growth, rather than being consumed by ego or the need for external validation. By staying humble, you create a life that is more authentic and fulfilling. Another important aspect of self-discipline is that it helps you maintain a sense of balance in your life. Whether it's balancing work and rest, personal and professional goals, or relationships and self-care, self-discipline allows you to create a life that reflects your values in all areas. This balance brings a sense of harmony and peace, which is essential for lasting happiness. When you are not constantly pulled in different directions, you can engage more fully with each aspect of your life. Self-discipline also helps you develop a sense of gratitude. When you practice discipline, you begin to appreciate the effort and dedication that goes into achieving your goals. This appreciation fosters a sense of gratitude for the progress you've made and the lessons you've learned along the way. Gratitude and discipline are deeply connected because both require mindfulness and intention. By practicing self-discipline, you cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude for the journey of growth and self-improvement. Another benefit of self-discipline is that it helps you overcome procrastination. Procrastination is often the result of fear, uncertainty, or a lack of motivation. But when you practice self-discipline, you develop the ability to take action, even when you don't feel like it. This ability to push through resistance and get things done is essential for achieving your goals and creating a life of fulfillment. By overcoming procrastination, you free yourself from the stress and anxiety that often come from putting things off. Self-discipline also fosters a sense of inner peace. When you are disciplined in your actions, you reduce the internal conflict that often comes from acting against your values or giving in to impulses. This alignment between your actions and your beliefs brings a sense of harmony and peace within yourself. You no longer feel torn between what you want in the moment and what you know is best for you. This inner peace is one of the greatest rewards of self-discipline because it creates a foundation for lasting happiness. Another important aspect of self-discipline is that it helps you stay focused on your long-term goals. In a world full of distractions and instant gratification, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But Stoicism teaches that through self-discipline, you can stay committed to your vision, even when the path is difficult or the rewards are not immediate. This focus on the long term leads to greater success and fulfillment because you are consistently working towards something meaningful and lasting. Self-discipline also helps you develop a growth mindset. When you practice discipline, you understand that progress comes through effort and perseverance, not through talent or luck alone. This mindset fosters a sense of resilience and optimism because you know that you have the power to improve and grow, no matter the obstacles you face. This belief in your ability to grow is a key component of happiness because it allows you to approach challenges with confidence and determination. Self-discipline also enhances your ability to manage your emotions. In Stoicism, emotional control is a key aspect of living a virtuous and fulfilling life. When you practice self-discipline, you develop the ability to respond to emotions with mindfulness and intention, rather than being swept away by them. This emotional mastery allows you to navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and grace, leading to a deeper sense of peace and happiness. Another reason self-discipline is essential for happiness is that it helps you create a sense of stability in your life. When you are disciplined in your actions, you build routines and habits that provide structure and consistency. This stability creates a sense of security and order, which reduces stress and anxiety. By creating a stable foundation through self-discipline, you create a life that is more peaceful and fulfilling. Self-discipline also helps you stay true to your values, even in the face of external pressures. Whether it's societal expectations, peer pressure, or the temptation to take the easy way out, life often presents challenges that can pull you away from your values. But when you practice self-discipline, you develop the strength to stay committed to what matters most, no matter what others say or do. This integrity brings a sense of pride and fulfillment because you know that you are living authentically. Another important benefit of self-discipline is that it helps you build a sense of trust in yourself. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, you develop confidence in your ability to achieve your goals and handle challenges. This self-trust is essential for happiness because it gives you the assurance that you are capable of creating the life you want. By practicing self-discipline, you build a foundation of confidence and self-respect that enhances your overall well-being. Self-discipline also helps you embrace discomfort as a path to growth. Stoicism teaches that growth often comes through facing challenges and enduring discomfort. Whether it's pushing yourself to learn a new skill, breaking a bad habit, or overcoming a fear, self-discipline allows you to embrace discomfort as a necessary part of the journey. This ability to face challenges head-on, rather than avoiding them, leads to greater personal growth and fulfillment. Another important aspect of self-discipline is that it helps you develop a sense of purpose. When you are disciplined in your actions, you are more likely to stay focused on your long-term goals and values. This sense of purpose gives your life direction and meaning, which is essential for lasting happiness. By practicing self-discipline, you ensure that your actions are aligned with your purpose, creating a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling. Self-discipline also helps you develop stronger relationships with others. When you are disciplined in your interactions with others, you communicate with greater clarity, listen more attentively, and act with greater integrity. This creates a sense of trust and respect in your relationships, which is essential for building strong, meaningful connections. By practicing self-discipline, you create deeper and more fulfilling relationships with the people in your life. Finally, self-discipline helps you develop a sense of gratitude for the progress you've made. When you practice discipline, you understand that success doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent effort and perseverance. This appreciation for the journey fosters a sense of gratitude for the growth you've experienced and the lessons you've learned along the way. Gratitude and self-discipline are deeply connected because both require mindfulness and intention. By practicing self-discipline, you cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude for the journey of personal growth and fulfillment. As we transition from the importance of self-discipline in creating a meaningful life, we now turn to a common source of unhappiness that can derail even the most focused individuals: comparison. No matter how disciplined or purposeful you are, constantly measuring your worth against others is a sure way to lose joy and peace of mind. Stoicism offers a timeless antidote to this habit by teaching you to focus on your own path, your own progress, and your own values. Comparison is a thief of joy, but Stoicism provides the tools to reclaim your happiness by helping you stop looking outward and start appreciating your unique journey. One of the greatest harms of comparison is that it distorts your perspective. When you constantly compare yourself to others, you focus on what they have that you don't, creating a sense of lack within yourself. You start to believe that you are not enough because you measure yourself by someone else's successes or possessions. Stoicism teaches that this mindset is not only damaging, but also untrue. True contentment doesn't come from external validation, but from knowing that you are living according to your own values and goals. Comparison also fosters a sense of inadequacy. No matter how much you achieve, there will always be someone who seems to be doing better, earning more, or living a more glamorous life. But Stoicism reminds us that external measures of success are not what define us. Each person's path is different, and by comparing yourself to others, you lose sight of your own unique journey. Stoicism encourages you to focus on what you can control: your actions, your character, and your choices. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you regain control over your happiness. Another reason comparison steals joy is that it distracts you from the present moment. Instead of appreciating what you have and where you are, you become fixated on what others are doing. This constant distraction prevents you from fully enjoying your own life. Stoicism teaches that happiness is found in the present, not in chasing after what others have. By focusing on your own journey, you allow yourself to experience the richness of the moment and appreciate the progress you've made. Comparison also breeds resentment. When you constantly look at others with envy, you begin to resent their success, even if it doesn't affect you directly. This resentment poisons your relationships and prevents you from feeling genuine happiness for others. Stoicism teaches that the success of others should not diminish your own sense of worth. Each person's path is unique, and someone else's achievements do not take away from your own. By practicing gratitude and focusing on your own progress, you can let go of resentment and find peace. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is that happiness comes from within, not from external circumstances. When you compare yourself to others, you base your happiness on factors outside of your control. their actions, their success, their lives. But Stoicism reminds us that true happiness is found in how we live, not in what others are doing. By focusing on your own values and actions, you create a sense of fulfillment that is independent of external comparisons. Comparison often leads to a false sense of competition. You start to view life as a race, constantly trying to outdo others or keep up with them. But Stoicism teaches that life is not a competition. Each person is on their own journey, with their own challenges and goals. When you stop competing with others, you free yourself from the constant pressure to prove yourself. This release brings a sense of peace and allows you to focus on what truly matters to you, rather than getting caught up in the race to be better than others. Another damaging effect of comparison is that it undermines your self-worth. When you constantly measure yourself against others, you forget to appreciate your own strengths and achievements. Stoicism teaches that self-worth comes from living in alignment with your values, not from external validation. By focusing on your own path, you can build a strong sense of self-worth that is not dependent on how you compare to others. This self-confidence is essential for lasting happiness. Comparison also robs you of your individuality. When you are constantly trying to measure up to others, you lose sight of what makes you unique. Stoicism encourages you to embrace your own path, your own strengths, and your own journey. You are not meant to be like anyone else, and trying to mold yourself to fit someone else's life will only lead to dissatisfaction. By focusing on your own growth and progress, you can fully embrace who you are and live a life that is true to yourself. One of the most powerful teachings of Stoicism is that you cannot control what happens outside of you, only how you respond to it. Comparison puts you in a position of constantly reacting to external factors, other people's success, wealth, or recognition. But when you practice Stoicism, you shift your focus inward. You stop worrying about what others are doing and start focusing on what you can control: your actions, your mindset, and your values. This shift in focus allows you to reclaim your peace and happiness. Comparison also fosters unrealistic expectations. When you constantly look at others, especially through the lens of social media, you are only seeing the highlight reel of their lives. This distorted view creates unrealistic expectations for your own life, leading to disappointment and frustration when reality doesn't measure up. Stoicism teaches that life is full of challenges and imperfections, and that true contentment comes from accepting life as it is, not as you wish it to be. By letting go of unrealistic comparisons, you free yourself to live a more authentic and joyful life. Another reason comparison is harmful is that it leads to a scarcity mindset. When you focus on what others have that you don't, you begin to believe that there is not enough success, happiness, or abundance to go around. But Stoicism teaches that life is not a zero-sum game. Someone else's success does not take away from your own potential for happiness. By shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance, you can appreciate the opportunities and blessings in your own life without feeling threatened by others. Comparison also keeps you stuck in the past or the future. You either compare yourself to where others are now, feeling like you're behind, or you project into the future, wondering if you'll ever catch up. But Stoicism teaches that the only moment that truly matters is the present. By focusing on the here and now, you can fully engage with your own life, rather than constantly measuring it against others. This present-focused mindset brings a sense of peace and contentment that comparison can never provide. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you also stop chasing after goals that don't align with your true values. Comparison often leads to pursuing things simply because others have them, whether it's wealth, status, or recognition. But Stoicism encourages you to define your own success based on your values, not on what society or others expect. This alignment between your goals and your values brings a deeper sense of fulfillment and prevents you from wasting time and energy chasing after things that don't truly matter to you. Comparison often leads to a sense of dissatisfaction with your own life. No matter how much you achieve, it's easy to feel like it's never enough when you're constantly measuring yourself against others. Stoicism teaches that true satisfaction comes from within, from knowing that you are living according to your values and making progress on your own path. By focusing on your own growth, rather than comparing yourself to others, you can cultivate a deep sense of contentment and peace. Another damaging effect of comparison is that it distracts you from your own strengths and achievements. When you are constantly focused on what others have, you forget to appreciate your own unique talents and accomplishments. Stoicism teaches that each person has their own gifts, and by focusing on your own strengths, you can find fulfillment and happiness. By celebrating your own progress rather than comparing it to others, you create a sense of pride and confidence that fosters lasting happiness. Comparison also leads to unnecessary stress and anxiety. When you are constantly measuring yourself against others, you create a sense of pressure to live up to unrealistic standards. This stress takes a toll on your mental and emotional well-being, leaving you feeling exhausted and unhappy. Stoicism teaches that true peace comes from letting go of external pressures and focusing on your own path. By releasing the need to compare, you free yourself from the stress and anxiety that comes with trying to keep up with others. Another reason comparison is harmful is that it leads to feelings of jealousy and envy. When you focus on what others have that you don't, it's easy to feel resentful or envious of their success. But Stoicism teaches that jealousy only harms you. It doesn't change your circumstances, and it certainly doesn't bring you happiness. By practicing gratitude for what you have and focusing on your own journey, you can let go of envy and find peace. Comparison also prevents you from fully enjoying your own accomplishments. When you are constantly looking at what others are doing, you fail to appreciate your own progress and success. Stoicism encourages you to celebrate your own achievements, no matter how small. By focusing on your own journey and recognizing your own growth, you create a sense of fulfillment that is independent of external comparisons. This self-celebration is essential for maintaining happiness and peace of mind. Another harmful effect of comparison is that it diminishes your confidence. When you constantly measure yourself against others, you begin to doubt your own abilities and worth. Stoicism teaches that confidence comes from within, from knowing that you are living according to your values and making progress on your own path. By focusing on your own growth and development, rather than comparing yourself to others, you can build a strong sense of self-confidence that is not dependent on external validation. Comparison also distracts you from your own purpose. When you are constantly looking at what others are doing, you lose sight of your own goals and values. Stoicism teaches that living with purpose is essential for happiness, and that purpose comes from within, not from external comparisons. By focusing on your own path and staying true to your values, you can create a life of meaning and fulfillment, free from the distractions of comparison. One of the most liberating aspects of Stoicism is that it teaches you to accept yourself as you are. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you free yourself from the pressure to be someone you're not. You can embrace your strengths and weaknesses and focus on becoming the best version of yourself. This self-acceptance is essential for lasting happiness, as it allows you to live authentically and fully without the constant need to measure up to others. Comparison also prevents you from fully enjoying the present moment. When you are constantly focused on what others are doing, you miss out on the beauty and joy of your own life. Stoicism teaches that happiness is found in the present, not in chasing after what others have. By focusing on your own journey and being fully present in each moment, you can find a sense of peace and contentment that comparison can never provide. Another reason comparison is harmful is that it creates a sense of isolation. When you are constantly comparing yourself to others, you begin to feel disconnected from them, as if you are in competition with them. But Stoicism teaches that we are all interconnected, and that true happiness comes from building meaningful relationships and supporting one another. By letting go of comparison, you can foster a sense of connection and community, which is essential for lasting happiness. Comparison also leads to feelings of guilt and shame. When you constantly measure yourself against others, it's easy to feel like you're not doing enough or that you're not good enough. But Stoicism teaches that you are enough just as you are. By focusing on your own progress and growth, rather than comparing yourself to others, you can let go of guilt and shame and embrace a sense of self-worth and peace. One of the most powerful lessons of Stoicism is that happiness comes from within. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you free yourself from the constant pressure to live up to external standards. You can focus on your own journey, your own values, and your own growth. This inward focus brings a deep sense of fulfillment and peace, as you realize that true happiness is not found in comparison, but in living a life that is true to yourself. Comparison also prevents you from fully appreciating your own unique journey. Each person's path is different, and by comparing yourself to others, you lose sight of the beauty and value of your own experiences. Stoicism teaches that your journey is your own and that it is worthy of celebration, no matter how it compares to others. By focusing on your own growth and progress, you can find joy and fulfillment in the path you are on without the need for comparison. Another harmful effect of comparison is that it creates a sense of scarcity. When you focus on what others have that you don't, you begin to believe that there is not enough success, happiness, or abundance to go around. But Stoicism teaches that life is abundant and that there is enough for everyone. By shifting your focus from scarcity to abundance, you can appreciate the opportunities and blessings in your own life without feeling threatened by others. Comparison also keeps you stuck in the past or the future. You either compare yourself to where others are now, feeling like you're behind, or you project into the future, wondering if you'll ever catch up. But Stoicism teaches that the only moment that truly matters is the present. By focusing on the here and now, you can fully engage with your own life, rather than constantly measuring it against others. This present-focused mindset brings a sense of peace and contentment that comparison can never provide. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you also stop chasing after goals that don't align with your true values. Comparison often leads to pursuing things simply because others have them, whether it's wealth, status, or recognition. But Stoicism encourages you to define your own success based on your values, not on what society or others expect. This alignment between your goals and your values brings a deeper sense of fulfillment and prevents you from wasting time and energy chasing after things that don't truly matter to you. Comparison often leads to a sense of dissatisfaction with your own life. No matter how much you achieve, it's easy to feel like it's never enough when you're constantly measuring yourself against others. Stoicism teaches that true satisfaction comes from within, from knowing that you are living according to your values and making progress on your own path. By focusing on your own growth, rather than comparing yourself to others, you can cultivate a deep sense of contentment and peace. Another damaging effect of comparison is that it distracts you from your own strengths and achievements. When you are constantly focused on what others have, you forget to appreciate your own unique talents and accomplishments. Stoicism teaches that each person has their own gifts, and by focusing on your own strengths, you can find fulfillment and happiness. By celebrating your own progress rather than comparing it to others, you create a sense of pride and confidence that fosters lasting happiness. Comparison also leads to unnecessary stress and anxiety. When you are constantly measuring yourself against others, you create a sense of pressure to live up to unrealistic standards. This stress takes a toll on your mental and emotional well-being, leaving you feeling exhausted and unhappy. Stoicism teaches that true peace comes from letting go of external pressures and focusing on your own path. By releasing the need to compare, you free yourself from the stress and anxiety that comes with trying to keep up with others. Another reason comparison is harmful is that it leads to feelings of jealousy and envy. When you focus on what others have that you don't, it's easy to feel resentful or envious of their success. But Stoicism teaches that jealousy only harms you. It doesn't change your circumstances, and it certainly doesn't bring you happiness. By practicing gratitude for what you have and focusing on your own journey, you can let go of envy and find peace. Comparison also prevents you from fully enjoying your own accomplishments. When you are constantly looking at what others are doing, you fail to appreciate your own progress and success. Stoicism encourages you to celebrate your own achievements, no matter how small. By focusing on your own journey and recognizing your own growth, you create a sense of fulfillment that is independent of external comparisons. This self-celebration is essential for maintaining happiness and peace of mind. Another harmful effect of comparison is that it diminishes your confidence. When you constantly measure yourself against others, you begin to doubt your own abilities and worth. Stoicism teaches that confidence comes from within, from knowing that you are living according to your values and making progress on your own path. By focusing on your own growth and development, rather than comparing yourself to others, you can build a strong sense of self-confidence that is not dependent on external validation. Comparison also distracts you from your own purpose. When you are constantly looking at what others are doing, you lose sight of your own goals and values. Stoicism teaches that living with purpose is essential for happiness, and that purpose comes from within, not from external comparisons. By focusing on your own path and staying true to your values, you can create a life of meaning and fulfillment, free from the distractions of comparison. One of the most liberating aspects of Stoicism is that it teaches you to accept yourself as you are. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you free yourself from the pressure to be someone you're not. You can embrace your strengths and weaknesses and focus on becoming the best version of yourself. This self-acceptance is essential for lasting happiness, as it allows you to live authentically and fully without the constant need to measure up to others. Comparison also prevents you from fully enjoying the present moment. When you are constantly focused on what others are doing, you miss out on the beauty and joy of your own life. Stoicism teaches that happiness is found in the present, not in chasing after what others have. By focusing on your own journey and being fully present in each moment, you can find a sense of peace and contentment that comparison can never provide. Another reason comparison is harmful is that it creates a sense of isolation. When you are constantly comparing yourself to others, you begin to feel disconnected from them, as if you are in competition with them. But Stoicism teaches that we are all interconnected, and that true happiness comes from building meaningful relationships and supporting one another. By letting go of comparison, you can foster a sense of connection and community, which is essential for lasting happiness. Comparison also leads to feelings of guilt and shame. When you constantly measure yourself against others, it's easy to feel like you're not doing enough or that you're not good enough. But Stoicism teaches that you are enough, just as you are. By focusing on your own progress and growth, rather than comparing yourself to others, you can let go of guilt and shame and embrace a sense of self-worth and peace. One of the most powerful lessons of Stoicism is that happiness comes from within. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you free yourself from the constant pressure to live up to external standards. You can focus on your own journey, your own values, and your own growth. This inward focus brings a deep sense of fulfillment and peace, as you realize that true happiness is not found in comparison, but in living a life that is true to yourself. Comparison also prevents you from fully appreciating your own unique journey. Each person's path is different, and by comparing yourself to others, you lose sight of the beauty and value of your own experiences. Stoicism teaches that your journey is your own, and that it is worthy of celebration, no matter how it compares to others. By focusing on your own growth and progress, you can find joy and fulfillment in the path you are on, without the need for comparison. Another harmful effect of comparison is that it creates a sense of scarcity. When you focus on what others have that you don't, you begin to believe that there is not enough success, happiness, or abundance to go around. But Stoicism teaches that life is abundant and that there is enough for everyone. By shifting your focus from scarcity to abundance, you can appreciate the opportunities and blessings in your own life without feeling threatened by others. Comparison also keeps you stuck in the past or the future. You either compare yourself to where others are now, feeling like you're behind, or you project into the future, wondering if you'll ever catch up. But Stoicism teaches that the only moment that truly matters is the present. By focusing on the here and now, you can fully engage with your own life, rather than constantly measuring it against others. This present-focused mindset brings a sense of peace and contentment that comparison can never provide. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you also stop chasing after goals that don't align with your true values. Comparison often leads to pursuing things simply because others have them, whether it's wealth, status, or recognition. But Stoicism encourages you to define your own success based on your values, not on what society or others expect. This alignment between your goals and your values brings a deeper sense of fulfillment and prevents you from wasting time and energy chasing after things that don't truly matter to you. As we leave behind the crippling effects of comparison, it's time to shift focus to one of the most empowering principles of Stoicism, the ability to transform obstacles into opportunities. Life is filled with challenges that can often feel overwhelming, but Stoicism teaches that these very challenges are the catalysts for growth. Every obstacle has the potential to bring strength, wisdom, and progress if approached with the right mindset. The Stoic philosophy invites us to see adversity not as something to be avoided, but as something to be embraced, a tool for personal transformation. In every setback, there is a hidden opportunity waiting to be discovered. Stoicism encourages you to approach obstacles with a mindset of resilience. Instead of viewing challenges as roadblocks, you start to see them as necessary steps in your journey. Obstacles force you to adapt, think creatively, and become stronger. They offer you the chance to test your values and to prove your ability to rise above difficulties. This shift in perspective is empowering, as it allows you to face adversity without fear or hesitation. You no longer see challenges as problems, but as opportunities to grow. When you face an obstacle, it's easy to become frustrated or discouraged, but Stoicism teaches that your response to the obstacle is what truly matters. While you cannot control the events themselves, you have full control over how you interpret and react to them. By choosing to see obstacles as opportunities for growth, you transform your experience of adversity. Instead of being weighed down by challenges, you are lifted up by the strength you gain from overcoming them. This mindset, also brings a sense of peace. When you view every obstacle as a potential stepping stone, you no longer fear failure or setbacks. You understand that each challenge is part of the natural flow of life, and that it carries with it the seeds of growth. This acceptance of life's difficulties brings a deeper sense of calm, because you are no longer fighting against reality. Instead, you are working with it, using every experience, good or bad, to move forward on your path. Obstacles also teach you the value of patience and persistence. When faced with difficulty, it can be tempting to give up or seek an easier path. But Stoicism reminds you that true progress often requires endurance. The growth that comes from overcoming obstacles is not always immediate, but it is lasting. Each time you push through a challenge, you build resilience and fortitude. This ability to persist, even when the outcome is uncertain, is one of the most powerful lessons that adversity can teach. One of the greatest gifts of obstacles is the opportunity for self-discovery. When life is easy, you are rarely pushed to your limits. But when you encounter hardship, you are forced to dig deep and find inner strength that you may not have known you possessed. This process of self-discovery is transformative. It shows you what you are truly capable of and builds confidence in your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. Every obstacle becomes a mirror, reflecting back the strength and resilience that already exist within you. Stoicism also teaches that obstacles are a way to refine your character. Each challenge offers you the chance to practice virtues like patience, courage, humility, and wisdom. Instead of seeing adversity as something to be avoided, you begin to see it as an opportunity to strengthen these qualities within yourself. The more you face and overcome obstacles, the more you grow in character. This growth is the true measure of success, far more valuable than external achievements or accolades. Obstacles also force you to focus on what truly matters. When life is smooth, it's easy to get distracted by trivial concerns. But when faced with a challenge, you are forced to prioritize. Obstacles strip away the unimportant and help you concentrate on what is essential: your values, your goals, and your inner strength. This clarity brings a deeper sense of purpose because you are no longer scattered by distractions, but fully focused on what is most important in your life. Another powerful effect of viewing obstacles as opportunities is that it fosters a sense of gratitude. When you shift your perspective, you begin to see challenges not as burdens, but as gifts. Each obstacle becomes a chance to learn, grow, and improve. This sense of gratitude transforms your experience of adversity. Instead of feeling weighed down by difficulties, you feel uplifted by the opportunity to evolve and become stronger. This gratitude also helps you stay grounded and appreciative of the progress you are making, even in the midst of hardship. Obstacles also teach you the importance of adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how carefully you plan, you will inevitably face setbacks. Stoicism teaches that the key to thriving in the face of obstacles is flexibility. When you are adaptable, you are able to adjust your approach and find new ways to move forward. Obstacles become opportunities for creative problem-solving rather than sources of frustration. This adaptability is essential for long-term success and happiness because it allows you to remain resilient in the face of change. One of the most powerful lessons of Stoicism is that obstacles often reveal hidden strengths. When you are faced with a challenge, you are forced to tap into reserves of strength and creativity that may have remained dormant in easier times. These strengths, once discovered, become permanent parts of your character. Each obstacle you overcome builds your confidence in your ability to face future challenges. This growing sense of inner strength is one of the greatest rewards of viewing obstacles as opportunities. Obstacles also teach you to let go of attachment to specific outcomes. Often, we face challenges because we are attached to a particular result or expectation. But Stoicism teaches that true peace comes from accepting whatever outcome may come while still giving your best effort. When you let go of attachment, you free yourself from the frustration and disappointment that often accompany obstacles. You learn to focus on the process rather than the outcome. And this shift in focus brings a sense of peace and fulfillment, regardless of the challenges you face. Another important lesson that obstacles teach is humility. When life is easy, it's easy to believe that you have all the answers. But challenges remind you that there is always more to learn, more ways to grow. Stoicism teaches that obstacles are not a sign of failure, but an invitation to learn and improve. This humility keeps you grounded and open to growth, even when things don't go as planned. By embracing obstacles as opportunities for learning, you maintain a sense of curiosity and openness that leads to continual self-improvement. Obstacles also help you develop emotional resilience. When you face challenges, you are forced to confront difficult emotions like fear, frustration, or disappointment. Stoicism teaches that these emotions are a natural part of life, but they do not have to control you. By practicing emotional resilience, you learn to acknowledge your feelings without being overwhelmed by them. This emotional mastery allows you to navigate obstacles with a sense of calm and clarity, even in the face of adversity. One of the most liberating aspects of viewing obstacles as opportunities is that it frees you from the fear of failure. When you see every challenge as a chance to grow, failure is no longer something to be feared. Instead, it becomes a valuable part of the learning process. Each failure teaches you something new and brings you one step closer to success. This mindset of growth and learning allows you to take risks and pursue your goals without the constant worry of falling short. Obstacles also offer the opportunity to build stronger relationships. When you face challenges, you often need to rely on the support of others. Stoicism teaches that obstacles can strengthen your bonds with the people in your life as you work together to overcome difficulties. These shared experiences create a deeper sense of connection and trust. By viewing obstacles as opportunities to build relationships, you transform adversity into a source of unity and support. Another powerful effect of viewing obstacles as opportunities is that it helps you stay focused on your long-term goals. Challenges can be distracting and discouraging, but Stoicism teaches that each obstacle is part of the larger journey. By staying focused on your long-term vision, you can see obstacles as temporary detours rather than permanent roadblocks. This focus allows you to maintain your momentum and continue moving forward, even when the path is difficult. Obstacles also teach you the value of perseverance. In a world that often prioritizes quick fixes and instant results, Stoicism reminds us that true progress takes time. Each obstacle you face is an opportunity to practice perseverance and patience. This persistence not only helps you overcome challenges, but also builds a sense of inner strength and resilience that carries you through future difficulties. Perseverance is the key to long-term success and happiness because it allows you to stay committed to your goals even when the road is tough. Viewing obstacles as opportunities also helps you develop a growth mindset. When you believe that challenges are opportunities for growth, you approach difficulties with a sense of curiosity and openness. Instead of seeing obstacles as threats, you see them as chances to learn and improve. This mindset of growth allows you to continuously evolve and adapt, even in the face of adversity. By embracing challenges as part of your journey, you create a life that is rich in learning and personal development. One of the most empowering aspects of Stoicism is the belief that obstacles are within your control, at least in how you respond to them. While you cannot control external circumstances, You can control your mindset and actions. This sense of control brings a deep sense of empowerment because it reminds you that you are not at the mercy of your challenges. You have the ability to choose how you respond, and this choice makes all the difference in how you experience adversity. Obstacles also help you develop a sense of gratitude for the journey. When you view challenges as opportunities for growth, you begin to appreciate the difficulties you face, knowing that they are shaping you into a stronger, wiser person. This sense of gratitude transforms your experience of adversity, allowing you to see the value in even the hardest moments. Gratitude for the journey, including the obstacles, brings a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment as you navigate life's challenges. Another powerful lesson that obstacles teach is the importance of flexibility. Life rarely goes exactly as planned, and Stoicism teaches that the key to thriving in the face of obstacles is adaptability. When you are flexible, you can adjust your approach and find new ways to move forward, even when the path is unclear. This flexibility not only helps you overcome challenges, but also brings a sense of freedom because you are no longer rigidly attached to a specific outcome. Obstacles also teach you to develop inner strength. When you face challenges, you are forced to rely on your own resources and abilities. Each time you overcome an obstacle, you build confidence in your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. This inner strength becomes a permanent part of your character, allowing you to face future challenges with a sense of calm and resilience. The more obstacles you overcome, the stronger you become. Viewing obstacles as opportunities also fosters a sense of creativity. When faced with a challenge, you are often forced to think outside the box and come up with new solutions. This creative problem-solving not only helps you overcome the immediate obstacle, but also expands your ability to handle future challenges. Creativity becomes a tool for navigating adversity, and each obstacle becomes an opportunity to develop this skill further. Obstacles also teach you the value of humility. When life is easy, it's easy to believe that you have all the answers. But challenges remind you that there is always more to learn, more ways to grow. Stoicism teaches that obstacles are not a sign of failure, but an invitation to learn and improve. This humility keeps you grounded and open to growth, even when things don't go as planned. By embracing obstacles as opportunities for learning, you maintain a sense of curiosity and openness that leads to continual self-improvement. Another important lesson that obstacles teach is the power of perspective. When faced with a challenge, it's easy to become overwhelmed and focus on what's going wrong. But Stoicism teaches that by shifting your perspective, you can see the bigger picture. Obstacles are temporary, and they do not define your entire journey. By maintaining a sense of perspective, you can navigate challenges with greater ease and confidence, knowing that they are just one part of a larger story. Obstacles also help you develop emotional resilience. When you face challenges, you are forced to confront difficult emotions like fear, frustration, or disappointment. Stoicism teaches that these emotions are a natural part of life, but they do not have to control you. By practicing emotional resilience, you learn to acknowledge your feelings without being overwhelmed by them. This emotional mastery allows you to navigate obstacles with a sense of calm and clarity, even in the face of adversity. One of the most liberating aspects of viewing obstacles as opportunities is that it frees you from the fear of failure. When you see every challenge as a chance to grow, failure is no longer something to be feared. Instead, it becomes a valuable part of the learning process. Each failure teaches you something new and brings you one step closer to success. This mindset of growth and learning allows you to take risks and pursue your goals without the constant worry of falling short. Obstacles also offer the opportunity to build stronger relationships. When you face challenges, you often need to rely on the support of others. Stoicism teaches that obstacles can strengthen your bonds with the people in your life as you work together to overcome difficulties. These shared experiences create a deeper sense of connection and trust. By viewing obstacles as opportunities to build relationships, you transform adversity into a source of unity and support. Another powerful effect of viewing obstacles as opportunities is that it helps you stay focused on your long-term goals. Challenges can be distracting and discouraging, but Stoicism teaches that each obstacle is part of the larger journey. By staying focused on your long-term vision, you can see obstacles as temporary detours rather than permanent roadblocks. This focus allows you to maintain your momentum and continue moving forward, even when the path is difficult. Obstacles also teach you the value of perseverance. In a world that often prioritizes quick fixes and instant results, Stoicism reminds us that true progress takes time. Each obstacle you face is an opportunity to practice perseverance and patience. This persistence not only helps you overcome challenges, but also builds a sense of inner strength and resilience that carries you through future difficulties. Perseverance is the key to long-term success and happiness because it allows you to stay committed to your goals, even when the road is tough. Viewing obstacles as opportunities also helps you develop a growth mindset. When you believe that challenges are opportunities for growth, you approach difficulties with a sense of curiosity and openness. Instead of seeing obstacles as threats, you see them as chances to learn and improve. This mindset of growth allows you to continuously evolve and adapt, even in the face of adversity. By embracing challenges as part of your journey, you create a life that is rich in learning and personal development. One of the most empowering aspects of Stoicism is the belief that obstacles are within your control, at least in how you respond to them. While you cannot control external circumstances, you can control your mindset and actions. This sense of control brings a deep sense of empowerment because it reminds you that you are not at the mercy of your challenges. You have the ability to choose how you respond, and this choice makes all the difference in how you experience adversity. Obstacles also help you develop a sense of gratitude for the journey. When you view challenges as opportunities for growth, you begin to appreciate the difficulties you face, knowing that they are shaping you into a stronger, wiser person. This sense of gratitude transforms your experience of adversity, allowing you to see the value in even the hardest moments. Gratitude for the journey, including the obstacles, brings a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment as you navigate life's challenges. As we continue this exploration, you can already see how challenges pave the way for wisdom and a resilience that ensures future happiness. As we move from the transformative power of turning obstacles into opportunities, we now delve into one of the most powerful pillars of Stoicism: resilience. Challenges are inevitable, but resilience, the ability to bounce back and thrive in the face of adversity, is the key to lasting happiness. Stoicism offers timeless wisdom for cultivating this mental toughness, not by shielding yourself from life's difficulties, but by embracing them as essential parts of growth. Building resilience is not just about surviving setbacks, it's about thriving despite them. Let's explore how Stoic principles help you build a strong, unshakable foundation for long-term happiness. Resilience begins with understanding that setbacks are a natural part of life. Stoicism teaches that adversity is not an exception, but a constant, and those who learn to accept this truth can face difficulties with greater calm and composure. By embracing the reality that life will bring hardships, you prepare your mind to remain steady in turbulent times. This mindset prevents you from being overwhelmed when setbacks occur, helping you navigate challenges with grace and strength. One of the key ways Stoicism builds resilience is by teaching you to focus on what you can control. So much of the stress and frustration we experience comes from trying to manage things beyond our power. But Stoicism reminds us that our power lies in our responses, not in external events. By shifting your focus to your actions, thoughts, and attitudes, you regain control over how you experience adversity. This sense of agency strengthens your resilience, allowing you to face challenges with confidence and clarity. Stoicism also teaches that your perspective is everything. When setbacks occur, it's easy to fall into negative thinking or self-pity. But Stoicism encourages you to reframe these experiences, seeing them as opportunities for growth rather than reasons for despair. This mental shift not only helps you bounce back faster, but also transforms your relationship with adversity. Instead of viewing challenges as burdens, you begin to see them as necessary steps in your personal development, which makes you more resilient over time. Another crucial aspect of resilience is the ability to endure discomfort without being defeated by it. Stoicism teaches that discomfort, whether physical or emotional, is a natural part of life, and that learning to bear it with patience is a sign of strength. By practicing endurance, you build the mental toughness needed to face life's inevitable challenges. This ability to withstand hardship without being overwhelmed is a cornerstone of resilience and contributes to lasting happiness because it prevents you from being easily shaken by life's difficulties. Resilience also comes from cultivating emotional balance. Stoicism teaches that while emotions are natural, they should not control you. By learning to observe your emotions without being consumed by them, you develop the ability to respond to adversity with calm and reason. This emotional regulation is essential for resilience because it allows you to maintain clarity and focus, even in the face of stress or hardship. When you are not swept away by emotions, you can think more clearly and make better decisions, which strengthens your ability to recover from setbacks. Another powerful tool for building resilience is the Stoic practice of self-reflection. By regularly examining your thoughts, actions, and reactions, you gain insight into how you handle challenges. This self-awareness allows you to identify areas where you can improve your resilience and make adjustments as needed. Through reflection, you become more attuned to your inner strengths and weaknesses, which helps you build a more resilient mindset over time. Stoicism also teaches that resilience is built through small daily actions. It's not about waiting for a major crisis to test your strength, but about practicing mental toughness in everyday situations. Whether it's dealing with a minor frustration or pushing through discomfort, each small act of resilience strengthens your ability to handle larger challenges. By consistently practicing resilience in your daily life, you create a solid foundation that supports you when bigger obstacles arise. One of the most important aspects of resilience is the ability to learn from failure. Stoicism teaches that failure is not the end, but a valuable teacher. Each setback offers insights and lessons that can help you grow stronger and wiser. By viewing failure as a stepping stone rather than a dead end, you build the resilience needed to keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. This mindset allows you to bounce back from setbacks with renewed energy and determination, knowing that each failure brings you closer to success. Stoicism also encourages resilience by reminding you that external circumstances do not determine your worth. Many people lose resilience because they tie their self-esteem to external achievements or outcomes. But Stoicism teaches that your value comes from within, specifically from your character and how you handle adversity. By focusing on your inner strength rather than external validation, you build a sense of self-worth that is unshakable, even in the face of setbacks. This inner confidence is a key component of resilience because it gives you the courage to persevere, no matter the circumstances. Another essential element of resilience is the ability to accept change. Life is constantly changing, and resisting this natural flow only creates frustration and suffering. Stoicism teaches that by accepting change as a fundamental part of life, you become more adaptable and flexible. This adaptability is crucial for resilience because it allows you to adjust to new circumstances without losing your footing. Instead of being thrown off balance by change, you learn to flow with it, using each shift as an opportunity for growth. Resilience also involves letting go of attachment to specific outcomes. When you are overly attached to a particular result, setbacks can feel devastating. But Stoicism teaches that while you should strive for your goals, you must also accept that the outcome is not always within your control. By letting go of rigid expectations, you free yourself from the anxiety and disappointment that often accompany setbacks. This flexibility allows you to recover more quickly from challenges, as you are not tied to a single path, but open to new possibilities. Another important aspect of resilience is cultivating a sense of gratitude, even in difficult times. Stoicism teaches that there is always something to be grateful for, even in the midst of hardship. By focusing on the positive aspects of your situation, no matter how small, you shift your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. This gratitude not only helps you stay grounded during tough times, but also strengthens your resilience by reminding you of the resources and support you have to overcome challenges. Resilience also comes from practicing detachment. Stoicism teaches that while it's natural to care about outcomes, you should not be overly attached to them. This detachment allows you to face challenges with a sense of equanimity, knowing that your happiness and well-being do not depend on any single event. By practicing detachment, you build the resilience needed to navigate setbacks without losing your sense of inner peace. Another way Stoicism builds resilience is by encouraging a mindset of acceptance. Life will inevitably bring challenges that you cannot control, but by accepting these challenges rather than resisting them, you create a sense of peace. This acceptance is not about passivity, but about recognizing that certain things are beyond your control. By embracing what you cannot change, you conserve your energy for what you can influence, your mindset and actions. This acceptance helps you move through adversity with greater ease and resilience. Stoicism also teaches that resilience is strengthened through community and connection. While Stoicism emphasizes personal responsibility, it also acknowledges the importance of relationships in building resilience. When you face challenges, the support of others can provide strength and encouragement. Stoicism encourages you to cultivate strong, meaningful relationships that can help you weather life's storms. These connections not only provide emotional support, but also remind you that you are not alone in your struggles, which strengthens your resilience. Another key aspect of resilience is the ability to maintain perspective. Stoicism teaches that challenges, while difficult in the moment, are often temporary and do not define your entire life. By maintaining a long-term perspective, you can navigate setbacks with greater calm and patience. This broader view helps you avoid becoming consumed by short-term difficulties and allows you to stay focused on your larger goals. Maintaining perspective is essential for resilience because it prevents you from being overwhelmed by temporary setbacks. Resilience also involves cultivating patience. In a world that often prioritizes instant results, Stoicism reminds us that true progress takes time. Challenges are rarely resolved overnight, and resilience requires the ability to endure uncertainty and delay. By practicing patience, you develop the mental fortitude to stay committed to your goals, even when the path is long or difficult. This patience not only helps you persevere through setbacks, but also brings a sense of peace, knowing that progress is being made, even if it's not immediately visible. Another important aspect of resilience is self-compassion. Stoicism teaches that while it's important to be disciplined and strong, it's also essential to be kind to yourself in moments of difficulty. When you face setbacks, it's easy to be overly critical or harsh with yourself, but Stoicism encourages you to approach yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you would offer to a friend. This self-compassion allows you to recover from setbacks more quickly because you are not weighed down by self-judgment or guilt. Resilience is also built through the practice of mindfulness. Stoicism teaches that being present in the moment, rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, is key to navigating challenges with clarity and focus. By staying mindful, you can approach setbacks with a sense of calm and awareness, rather than reacting impulsively or out of fear. This mindfulness allows you to make better decisions and recover more quickly from adversity as you are fully engaged with the present moment. Another essential component of resilience is the ability to set healthy boundaries. Stoicism teaches that resilience is not about enduring endless stress or hardship without limits. Instead, it's about knowing when to protect your energy and well-being. By setting boundaries, you create the space needed to recover and recharge, which strengthens your resilience in the long term. This practice of self-care is essential for maintaining your mental and emotional strength, allowing you to bounce back from setbacks with renewed energy. Resilience also involves cultivating a sense of purpose. Stoicism teaches that having a clear sense of purpose provides the motivation and strength needed to overcome adversity. When you know what you are working toward, challenges become less overwhelming because you see them as part of a larger journey. This sense of purpose gives you the resilience to stay focused and committed, even when the road is difficult. By aligning your actions with your values, you create a sense of meaning that fuels your resilience. Another important lesson of Stoicism is that resilience is built through consistent practice. It's not enough to be resilient in moments of crisis. True resilience is developed through daily habits and choices. Whether it's practicing mindfulness, self-discipline, or gratitude, each small act of resilience strengthens your ability to handle larger challenges. By consistently applying Stoic principles in your everyday life, you create a strong foundation that supports you in times of difficulty. Resilience is also strengthened by embracing vulnerability. Stoicism teaches that strength is not about hiding your weaknesses, but about acknowledging them and working through them. By being honest with yourself about your fears, doubts, and challenges, you build the resilience needed to face them head-on. This openness allows you to grow stronger over time because you are not avoiding or suppressing your difficulties, but confronting them with courage and honesty. Another key aspect of resilience is the ability to stay focused on solutions rather than problems. When faced with adversity, it's easy to become consumed by what's going wrong, but Stoicism encourages you to shift your focus to what you can do to move forward. By concentrating on solutions, you build the resilience needed to overcome obstacles and find a way through difficult situations. This proactive mindset not only helps you navigate challenges, but also strengthens your confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Resilience also involves cultivating a sense of curiosity. Stoicism teaches that challenges are opportunities to learn and grow. By approaching adversity with curiosity rather than fear or resistance, you open yourself up to new insights and perspectives. This curiosity helps you stay engaged with the process of overcoming challenges rather than becoming discouraged or defeated. Each setback becomes a chance to explore new possibilities, which strengthens your resilience and fuels your personal growth. Another important element of resilience is the ability to forgive. Stoicism teaches that holding on to grudges or resentment only weighs you down and prevents you from moving forward. By practicing forgiveness, both toward yourself and others, you release the emotional burden that often accompanies setbacks. This forgiveness allows you to recover more quickly from adversity because you are not carrying the weight of past hurts. Letting go of resentment frees you to focus on the present and build a stronger, more resilient future. Resilience also comes from accepting the uncertainty of life. Stoicism teaches that while you can control your actions and responses, you cannot control the outcome of every situation. By accepting this uncertainty, you build the resilience needed to navigate life's ups and downs without being thrown off balance. This acceptance brings a sense of peace, because you are no longer fighting against the unpredictability of life, but flowing with it. Another key aspect of resilience is the ability to stay grounded in your values. Stoicism teaches that challenges often test your commitment to your principles. By staying true to your values, even in the face of adversity, you build a sense of integrity and strength that supports your resilience. This alignment with your values not only helps you navigate challenges with clarity, but also brings a deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose, which fuels your resilience over time. Resilience is also built through the practice of perseverance. Stoicism teaches that setbacks are not a reason to give up, but a reason to keep going. Each challenge is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve and deepen your commitment to your goals. By practicing perseverance, you build the resilience needed to overcome obstacles and achieve long-term success. This persistence not only helps you navigate adversity, but also creates a sense of pride and accomplishment that contributes to lasting happiness. As we delve deeper into these principles, it becomes clear that resilience is more than just surviving challenges. It's about thriving through them. Stoicism offers the tools and mindset needed to build this resilience, ensuring that you can face life's inevitable difficulties with courage, strength, and an unwavering sense of purpose. As we close this journey into the Stoic path to happiness, remember that true joy isn't something found in the fleeting pleasures of life, but in mastering your inner world. From learning to control your emotions, embracing the present, and letting go of what you cannot control, to finding gratitude, purpose, and building resilience, Stoicism gives you the timeless tools to live a life of contentment, inner peace, and fulfillment. Every challenge becomes an opportunity, every moment a chance to grow stronger and wiser. The pursuit of happiness isn't about avoiding hardship, but about embracing life in all its beauty and difficulty. If these insights resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments below. What Stoic practice are you most excited to apply to your life? Let's spark a conversation and support each other on this journey to true happiness. And don't forget to subscribe. Join our community where we explore the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and more, so you never miss out on life-changing content. Click that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We've got more wisdom waiting for you.